And I hope it actually works this time. And I hope it actually works. There's a delay, of course, because YouTube is doing stupid bullshit, but I guess I'll deal with it. I guess no one's gonna jump in Discord for a while. Fire. we're stuck on here. Yes, this is the only good generation, and I will pick the dark character. Or the white one, I don't really care. You should jump in VC, I'm in VC. Why are you not in VC? We'll pick the blondie. That's what I'm gonna do. And we'll do... Oh yes. So back when the Wii U was actually, you know, a thing. I'm in VC on in my Discord. You should join it. I'm serious. I'll show you. The Wii U was a thing. This is proof of it. There's your Wii remote. There's your Wii U. That's not the Wii U, that's the Wii remote. Also, I don't know how I can afford a flat screen TV in my room. Alright, Horde won't let... You're doing something? Alright, fine, you don't have to join VC. Also, I'm playing this on my laptop with Joy-Cons. Is that weird? I'm naming my. They're gonna have to call me my D. There. Pick Fennekin? I personally would go with Greninja, but you know, Delphox could be fun to use. But you know what? If you want Fennekin and I want Greninja or Froakie, then maybe we just have to go with Chespin. I'm gonna go with Chespin. Alright, nickname. Nickname, give me a nickname. Gotta get a nickname. Or I could just name it female because this Pokemon wants to be trans. But it, you know, its trainer won't let it. That sounds like a funny thing. Yeah. It's just gonna be female. And Gilf. Alright. I'll name it Dilf. Alright, I guess we have to go talk to someone. Yeah. Go Dilf. It's faster than us. And growl. And Shauna has been defeated. Alright, those are our settings. Now let's go check out our little DILF. Let's see. Okay. It's got overgrow. It's timid nature, which could be really good. Maybe, but it's also really bad. At least it's got speed up, but it's got minus attack, so it's got to be a special attacker. Alright, that seems like it's a good idea. Alright, let's go talk to our mom. Also, I may make this a Nuzlocke. I don't know. Should I make it a Nuzlocke? What is she grabbing? Oh no, what is she doing? Okay, she's just giving me a town map. Okay. Yes, I already know how to use it. I said no. You would have explained it anyways, though. It's a Rhyhorn. Oh, so now you get up. I know what Rhyhorn really wanted, and it wasn't to see me off. Did you want to let me talk to you? That's weird. Okay. Alright. I'm pretty sure this is always a scripted wild battle, isn't it? Yeah. Pidgey. Do any Pokeballs? No, I don't. So I can kill it. Alright, I'm gonna kill it. Tackle. How dare you deal damage? I smite you. It has been smited. Oh no, they're gonna teach me how to catch a wild Pokemon. I already know how to catch a wild Pokemon. You know, they still need to make a skip option for the skip catching a Pokemon tutorial. Catch a Fletchling. Dang, your chat messages weren't showing up. You know, it's not a bad starter and it gets Belly Drum. Timid, it's timid. Slow and a physical attacker. You should have picked Fennekin. Yes, I should have. Catch a Fletchling. Yeah, I will catch a Fletchling, but this isn't me catching it. This is the starter tutorial. Wait, but you never answered the question. Should I make this a Nuzlocke? Oh, it's a fletchling anyways, even if it isn't Nuzlocke. Alright. Go ahead and tackle it once. You're gonna Nuzlocke Gen 6 soon? How, though? Like, I mean, you want to Soul Link it? Soul Link Gen 6? Alright, nickname for the fletchling. Let's give it a nickname. Alright, we'll name it Queer. He feels like a gay bird. Name it Wakanda? Oops, I'll name the next one Wakanda. You were a little too late. You want to do another White 2 Nuzlocke too? What if we just turn those Nuzlocks into Soul Link? All you really need to do is, you just need to get a computer that you can record off of. That way you can record newer generations. God, my regular attack is ass. At least Vine Whip is stab. No, we don't have to beat Gens 1 through 3 first. We've literally lost in Gens 2 and 3. We probably wouldn't lose if we did a newer generation. Do I have a potion? Wait. Oh, she's wandering with us? Okay. Alright, give me a Weedle. I don't want a Caterpie. Fine, I'll catch it though. Alright, what am I naming the Caterpie? Female. Weedle is trash. No, it's not. Beedrill's awesome. Give me a nickname for a few to be Butterfree. Wakanda. Alright, we'll name this one Wakanda then. There, it's Wakanda now. Hey, do you heal my Pokemon? Thank you. Alright, you can get the pans in here. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of Viridian Forest. Like, just the way it is right at the beginning of the game and, like, hard to navigate, it reminds me of Viridian Forest. Hey, there's my Weedle. Too bad. This is gonna be a Nuzlocke, I've decided. Did I just go in a circle? Yes, I did. I need to go this way, don't I? Nope. But it's been so long since I played this game. Oh boy. Yeah, you can get the pans because Pokemon is inclusive. I don't get what that comment means, but okay. We already have a fire type on our team. Granted, I could do some grinding, but... Where do I go in this forest? Over here? Yeah, over here. Oh. Hey. Hey, friends. Is there anything over here? No. Fletchling. Alright. Oh, you found something that I couldn't see because it's not in a Pokeball. Okay, I'm gonna go up around you. We don't have to battle you. Haha. Alright. I'm just gonna start killing things. I don't like running into them, so I'm just gonna kill them. Fine Whip. How come it's not letting me do my attacks? That's weird. Here we go to fight. Vine Whip. That's weird. I've never had that happen before. I don't know why that happened. I saw it too. Maybe you're just blind. You saw what again? I don't know. There's quite a bit of a delay. Oh, she's giving me a Pokeball. Okay. And here's our forced battle. Hey, it's a Pikachu. Vine Whip. Wait, how? Okay, this is annoying. You know why it does this? I've never had to do this before. Like, it won't let me attack. Oh boy. Hold on. Get out of that. Okay. I do not know why it will not let me attack. Like, I don't know why I've never had to do this. Like, why is it doing this? I don't know. Like, we gotta fight. Because you picked the wrong starter. That is not true. Or, like, it's never done this to me before. Like, you're giving me the information, but it won't let me use it. Alright, I'll just sacrifice Wakanda. Wakanda will be sacrificed. Nope, this one does it too. Huh, so it thinks you're using the L button, huh? Interesting. What happens when I am using the L button? Escape. Simulation. Configure. Map. Controls. L. R. L. DL. DR. Okay, that is so weird. That is not right. L. R. ZR. These should not be the same, should they? I don't think they should. L. R. L. There. Now I got those. That'll work. Okay, it worked this time. I got it set up. There we go. We tackled the Pikachu. Of course he gets the static. Fine with it. Luckily we resist electric. One more Vine Whip will do it. Come on. How many growls? Finally. Rolling, that's another shit to have. Yummy. I don't think my mom should buy Horn Racer. Ponsier! Didn't we get rollout? We do have rollout. Another physical move when I'm a timid nature. Well, you need to restart because this timid start isn't working out. And we'll work with it. We'll work with it. This happens to be bad luck. Fletchling, well, that's something we can roll out for 4 times damage. Just grind up a bit. Roll out. Wow, it doesn't even one-shot it. That's how bad we are. You know what? I don't think you want me to restart because I have a team photo. I think you want me to restart because I chose chest spin. Or just level Fletcher because this is trash. I probably will level up Fletchender. No, we're gonna battle people. You know, what if I let Fletchender die on purpose in this battle? Just to smite you. Would that be funny? Azrael, huh? I can Vine Whip that to death. DC chat. Jump in your DC chat? I'm in mine right now. Can you just jump in mine? That way I don't have to go out of this. Just jump in my VC chat. Yeah, you jump in my VC chat. Oh, look at that. I can just do the top screen if I want to. Ooh, I like that one actually. I really like that one. I might go back to. I might use that layout. That actually seems like a really good layout. Wait, what other layouts are there? Yeah, I can hear you.
See, I don't know. Maybe I need a speaker. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so you kind of screwed yourself because the opportunity to grind was when she was able to technically heal you up to 1 HP.
I don't need to grind.
Yeah, you need to grind Fletchinder. Let me tell you why. So you have a timid nature, and remember that rock type move, the only super effective type move that you actually have, is starts out and it builds power. They're bug types. They have an advantage over your current grass type. That's number one. And number two, what Fletchinder does is essentially allows you to basically peck everything in there to death. That first gym can be a pain in the butt, and that boss, the Pokemon knows Infestation. Infestation not only traps your Pokemon in, but is going to be super effective, and it's going to become a very powerful Pokemon. You really needed to grind that Fletchinder.
I mean, I
My
still
favorite
could, but
Generation 6. Generation 6 is like my best generation.
I mean, this is the generation that I didn't spend too much time in. You know, like I watched my friends play this
Yeah,
at lunch.
because you didn't level. You know how I can
Like,
tell? Because you didn't level Fletchinder.
right? I mean, I've played the game a couple times, but like this is what the game that I watched my
Yeah,
friends
that's
play all
the
the time
game
at
that you played.
lunch. You know, I'm more of a Gen
Yeah,
7.
it's like
I played a lot more Gen
it
7
was. Yeah, but part of the problem you're gonna run into is that like you ever wonder why there's people like me who are like such fanboys of some stupid Fire Falcon Pokemon
because
that
they're
like
OP.
actually end up yeah.
The dual type. Like when you have flying plus another type, it's overpowered. Like you can get strong ones.
Well, it's not just that. Part of the problem is that it's the most useful like Pokemon in this gen. There's it's really this gen can be brutal. People say it's easy. I disagree.
I mean, I think there are easy aspects to it, but
It can be really freaking brutal. Um, yeah, but no. Trust me, this gen is brutal. By end game, like the Elite Four, can completely and
dude,
totally wreck
I
you.
remember I always had a hard time with the Elite Four on this game.
Yeah, because it's
Oops.
kind of like you have to build a very specific team. Did you already let something die? Because I can't see the screen.
No, I switched into Fletchinder because my encounter's a Bidoof, and I wanted to deal some damage to it.
You're still gonna want to catch it just because you
I
need
mean,
something
you
to
know, well, no, Bidoof is not Death Fodder. It is my Lord and
Is it
Savior.
potion?
How
You could
dare
bet.
you? How dare you say Bidoof is Death Fodder?
That's a false god. First off, second of all,
Okay, I am more of a Helix follower, but
you like Bidoof. You don't get to say that you like Helix.
no, I
You
don't
should know
actually
that.
like Bidoof. I was just making a joke.
Bidoof is actual trash as an encounter. That's why I said, like, honestly, dude, you could have solo run if you would have just taken Fletcher. You could solo run until the next route where you could have caught, like I'm not trying to be
Okay,
mean,
but
bro, but
I'm trying to have fun and
listen to me.
not listen to everything everyone says.
You're
Oops, I didn't nickname it.
gonna lose this Nuzlocke.
I don't care if I
Let me ask
lose.
you, dude. You're talking to the guy. You're talking to the guy whose waifu is Diantha, the guy who thinks that Gen
Okay,
6
you.
is
But
the
to be
biggest
fair,
Pokemon.
knowing you, you have way too many waifus from Pokemon. Like you have a Gen 5 waifu. You have Sailor Moon as a waifu. You have too many waifus.
I do not. No. I do not have a Gen 5 waifu.
You used to.
That No, I didn't. I never
Yes,
gave
you
you a Gen
did.
5. Oh, because of Elisa. You know what? You're right. For shame. How did I forget the commandments? I'm sorry, Elisa. I've disrespected you like that. But no, but seriously, in all reality, dude, like this gen gets really hard, and
I mean, as long as I catch Xerneas and just, I could
weird as this
probably.
sounds, if you start like training up level now, oh, you just went dead.
Yeah, you went dead too.
Yeah, it's probably your internet because your stream was lagging a little bit here and there.
Well,
But yeah,
I
like
am running it from my
this
laptop. I got a new
you know
laptop,
what you
so
can do. I know. You know what you can do? Theoretically speaking, the route just right of the gym, if you actually spend your time there grinding up against the guys, just grind up Fletchinder, dude. I'm sorry. Your starter is trash.
I know
And
my
another
starter
thing,
is trash, but I don't care.
yeah, but it's trash.
Eh.
Okay, let me ask you something. If I was to send you off to war and I said, hey, let me give you this high point or this big sour, which would you take?
Okay,
Big
this
sour,
is
right? Why? Because
that is a false analogy. All right, like that is a
no, it's
false
not.
analogy. Yes, it is. That has
No,
nothing to do with Pokemon. I am not a ward. I am simply trying to have fun.
brother. Listen, you can go ahead and follow Karen from Gen 2 with her, all Pokemon are worthy to be loved, and you try to do that. I'm gonna follow that one guy who was like, yeah, no, the best is the best.
I mean, I do agree the best is
Because
the best, but I also agree like I ain't here to play competitive Pokemon. I'm here to have a little fun. I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm just trying to play the game.
as non-competitive Pokemon. There is no if you are attempting to beat another Pokemon with your Pokemon that is inherently competitive, you cannot say that it's not competitive Pokemon. Pokemon is competitive by
Ooh,
something.
this Fletchinder just did
I am not
over.
wrong in that. Don't even try to.
Okay, but there's a
What?
difference between competitive between you and another human and you and an NPC. So they just I hate
Right,
poison.
because that's give you even more incentive because it's okay to say you lost to a human. Losing to a computer that's designed to present a challenge to 4-year-olds is a shame. You should really flip gender.
Fair, I was
You're not
yeah, you know
you're
what,
wrong
you're
on
right.
this.
Well, that's what I'm doing. I'm leveling up the Fletchinder because I thought the EXP share would give me more levels than it actually did, but it didn't give me any levels at all.
You don't have the here at all.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't get it till after you beat the first gym.
I thought I already had it.
Ave Maria. No,
I swear it said, and the rest of your
you
team
don't get
gained
it till
this.
after the first gym when you're gonna go leave to the next round because you're switch training.
I am switch training now.
Yeah. Oh boy. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
Hey, my Fletchinder grew to level 4.
yeah. Listen, dude. You need that thing at like level 10. No, you'd want it to be more than level 10 before even going into that gym. I'd say like level 11, if I'm being honest, because you're not going to be a starter and it's going to be weak to everything in that gym. Like I promise you, dude, Gen 6 is the most brutal generation of Pokemon.
Okay,
Like I often tell people
that's an
no,
exaggeration. I don't think it's the most brutal.
okay, I'll tell you what. No, it's not the most brutal. By the end of it, okay, I'll tell you what. Turn off the EXP share. Never use it. Switch train everything, and go ahead and just don't worry about putting the best things on your team. See how you that works out when you battle uh, uh, Diantha with her mega
Gardevoir?
super powerful Mega Gardevoir, And her damn Tyranitar competitive team.
I mean, I didn't
Like
say I
they,
didn't
they
say that it wasn't challenging. I just said it wasn't the most brutal. I'm
like you
having
do know back.
I'm having Gen 4 flashbacks here to Cynthia. All right.
Oh no, I would argue Cynthia only had Garchomp and whatchamacallit to deal with.
She had a
Mortice
Gyarados
can be a
too.
pain because there's that phantom thing. Oh, Gyarados ain't not. Well, I say that, but that's because I always have good type coverage with the mons I choose. See, I'm picky even in a Nuzlocke, so I usually don't have problems, you know. But this man's over here with a timid. Bro, I told you in the chat, I was like, dog, pick the Fennekin
Okay, but I wanted the Greninja, and then I'm
because
like,
Fennekin has such a high special. That would have been fine too, Fennekin or Greninja. Now Greninja may have like the better stats, but Fennekin can kind of. Fennekin's a dedicated special attacker, sure, but at the end of the day, it's going to end up becoming such a high special attack. It doesn't matter, and it evolves pretty early on, and it's super strong against the first gym because, hey, what do you know? It's fire against bug, and she'll try to do that weaken water spout thing to weaken the fire. It doesn't work. You're still super effective and you're still burning her Pokemon, so it doesn't matter. Because guess what? Pokemon is inherently. Let me tell you why people say Gen 6 isn't as hard. Because we're more familiar with competitive if this would have come out when we were kids, dude, this would have wrecked us. And we would all be complaining about how hard the Elite Four is. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like a lot of people don't really understand. Like Gen 5 and Gen 6, I would argue that kids today are more technologically inclined, etc. So we see those eras as easy eras. They were not, however, necessarily easy games. Most of the kids, remember, that would have beat these games would have done so with a guide off of YouTube or
Well, you know,
something.
oh yeah,
You know what
you
I
know, well, I remember, kind of going back to the Purple Everything, when I played some of these, I didn't exactly know what to do. But then again, I was younger and more naive, so I would always watch like Purple Running videos, and even though they weren't designed to be tutorial vids, you could watch someone with use a casual playthrough just to know where to go next.
Yeah, you know what the irony is? We didn't have that in my day. You just had to figure it out. I figured out all of Gen 6 pretty much just by running around it and saying, "Oh, this is new. Can I go here?
Well,
Can I
that's what I've kind
where
of
do I
figured
find
out now. Like, there's still places I don't know, but I can kind of do that in game now. You know, it's not like what I used to
Oh no,
do.
the stuff earthquake, like earthquake. Well, I guess I'll let you experience that one for yourselves. You're gonna want to get bulldoze. All I will say is this: since you're probably not gonna be able to have access to earthquake, everything can learn bulldoze. Get you a bulldoze.
Wait, I thought.
Get it for
Wait, can we
free.
not get
Free.
earthquake? Can we not get earthquake in this game?
You can, but it's not till much later on. Till like
Um.
I think post Elite Four, and you can't get Mewtwo and shit. Like, trust me, dude. Trust me. You're gonna want Bulldoze anyways, because Bulldoze lowers their speed. And remember, you're not like you don't really need Earthquake. I'd argue Bulldoze because it lowers their speed is a
Right.
little better in this instance. Because this generation, everything is fast and threatening, and you're not playing with perfect IVs. I prefer Bulldoze because it honestly, again, it's still not like you said. It's not super competitive. It's just competitive by nature. So the ability to take your slow, timid Pokemon and give it Bulldoze so it can somewhat be
Okay, but
fast
my
is
timid Pokemon is not slow. It's timid means it's fast. It just
where it'll be your
doesn't.
best friend.
It's a fast Pokemon.
Right, but
it's
your
just a
base
physical attacker.
no, your base speed. Yeah, your base speed is
You know what I could do though? I can
so it
just
doesn't
wait.
matter that you're timid.
I
It's
can
not
just
like
you know
competitive.
I can just spiky shield like just wait until it gets its spiky shield and then literally just spiky shield it all the time.
It won't, might not even survive that long, dude. It honestly might not.
I mean, I am using it to switch train.
It's like you've seen me before do like bulk sets and stuff with that Pokemon. Technically speaking, both Chespin and Fennekin are my two favorites from Gen 6 as far as starters go. I love them
I
equally.
mean,
However,
My Chespin wouldn't be that bad if it weren't. It's just the fact that it's timid nature. If it weren't timid nature, it would be a really good Pokemon.
let me tell you what the problem is that now you're gonna have to use something like bulk up or belly drum, or you see what I'm saying? Like you don't really have much of a choice now. Or you
Right.
encountered a Litleo.
Yep, and I'm gonna catch it and use it.
I would I would argue Litleo. What is that? A female one? Because that one I think looks cooler than the male. Personal opinion. Yeah,
I
it's a
mean, if
female. It's
this
a
is a Nuzlocke, I have to catch it anyways.
right, but it's a little more than that. I mean, if something happens to your Fireburb, you have backup. Like it's not
Right.
a great Pokemon,
Well,
but it's
I
like
did notice one thing about
it,
this game. It is full of bug and grass types all the way to the end.
yeah, look, this game, let me put it to you this way. This game, honestly, like I know that competitively people are Greninja fans, right? And that's totally fine. Hey, I mean, again, I don't think it's a bad starter. I just think it's
Alright, I
overrated.
caught it. You need to
Uh,
give me a nickname for it.
Big Igloo.
Big Igloo? Why?
Yep.
Also, somehow my Bidoof survived that. I had to switch into my Bidoof, and somehow it survived and gains experience
Oh
from it.
no. Oh, I mean, hey, Bidoof.
Right, but it's a waste of
No.
experience. So what'd you say, Big Igloo?
Yep.
Oh, did you see what I tell them to call me in the game?
Yes. So mature. You are so mature, man.
Totally. All right, let's go heal up and then do some more grinding.
Yeah, you
Also,
are.
do you know where to get the skates? I'm trying to remember where I get the skates. Do I just talk to this
Right
person?
in front of the gym. It's in front of the gym.
That's what I'm talking to now. Oh, I have to battle him first. Oh
In
shit.
front of the gym. Okay.
Okay. It's just a Zigzagoon. I'm good.
Yes.
If it were anything else,
That's
if it,
Zagoon can heal though. Is it a full potion or full restore?
I mean, yeah, but my chestman can handle it.
You say that. This is where a lot of people lose their Pokemon first in the Nuzlocke, right before the
I
gym
know,
heals.
but I was worried because my chestman got burned in that. I mean, not my chestman, my Fletchinder got burned when I was catching that wild Pokemon. Oh, I see. It has Growl.
Yep. So, and you already. Let's just be honest here. You kind of have ass.
Yeah, I do have Ass Attack,
To start with. So
but that's
it,
why I use Rollout because Rollout gets more powerful as it goes, so it kind of cancels out that negative attack buffer.
yeah, but the problem with rollout is though it still runs off of the what you call it, off the physical attack.
Yeah. Okay, but I did just beat it
That's
easily.
why when people are like, "Oh, use it. Why don't you like it?" It's like there's reasons, bro. Like it's not that I don't like it for no reason. It's that there's like legitimate reasons why it just doesn't work. you know?
Yeah, you're right. So, do you know how Friend Safari works on an emulator?
I don't think it works on an emulator if I'm being honest.
I mean, there are ways to do it, I'm sure.
I don't think it later. I'm not sure because you would have to use Nintendo's official bullshit to get it running. I'm
Right.
pretty sure. And if you go on online from one of those, I'm sure 100% certain it'll ban you. They are cracking down on bans, and I still think they'll do it even in Gen 7. I don't think you're
But this
safe
is all the
on
way back.
Gen
You know
6
what?
servers.
Did they ever shut down Gen 6 servers? Or are they still running, up and running?
I believe they would still be running. I don't think they would ever shut them down, to be perfectly honest. That would be stupid of them. That would literally be so dumb of them to shut down servers.
I mean, I know they were doing things with the GTS because the GTS has been
Let
corrupt
me tell you
for
what the
years.
problem is. Like when people, yeah, but one of the problems that I have is when people say Gen 6 was bullshit. They didn't finish it. Like the only people that literally feel that way are usually the people that voice that opinion. Everyone else who plays it is like,
Okay,
no, it was a great game.
Gen
It
six is
kickstarted.
Gen 6 is way more finished than Gen 8.
It's not just that. Gen 6, I would like to point out to everybody who's going to say Gen 6 is trash. No, 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 no. Gen 6 is where most of your favorite Poketubers, where Pokemon got big on the internet again, because Gen 5 really didn't help out at all. Like, Gen
Right.
5, Pokemon community in general was like dead. Um, it just like I'm being serious here, dude. Gen 6 was like the heyday. It got a whole bunch of new fans involved, got a whole bunch of old fans back into Pokemon. Then they pulled Gen 7, and most of us older guys were like, nope, we out, you know.
Yeah. Because Gen 7 was basically Gen 6 reskinned, exact same animation, exact same Pokemon, or
Well, and
worse.
it's like it didn't even have an interesting environment. Like it wasn't Hawaii; it was just Hawaiian themed,
Yeah.
and they thought like we weren't gonna notice. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like these dudes legitimately notice, and it's like, no, homie, we have noticed. We have noticed for sure. And I think that's also part of the problem is that they didn't really. I don't think they really expected the
Well,
fans to
that was
go
kind of
big.
that was kind of what I was gonna try and get into because if they responded to the fans hating uh, on the newer games, like no, you know how what they recently did with competitive, then
Yeah.
maybe we'll get a decent game, you know, next time.
I mean, you could say
Shit.
that. I don't see that happening, but I mean, you, I don't, I don't, I don't think that they've really learned because of how well Sun and Sword and Shield have done. You know.
Well, here's kind of the reason why Sword and Shield did so well. It's this
Because it's a Pokemon game.
No, it's the same reason that the new Star Wars movies or the new Star Trek ones sell. Because you've got all these younger people who didn't grow up with the original stuff, who don't know what the old games were like, so they're like, oh, this is a good game, I'll buy it, even though it's actually not that good compared to older versions, but they don't know about the older versions. It's the same with the movie franchise. It's why they're able to get away with
That's
whatever they
largely
want
that
to.
has I think more to do. Well, see, part of the problem I think is that most people didn't get into like a lot of people say, "Oh, well, are you bring back national decks?" No, I'm make a complete game. Like again, going back to Digimon, and I know that people say it's a meme with me at this point because that's all I talk about is how much better Digimon is. Look, dude, go play Cyber Sleuth for the PlayStation 4. Understand that the way that the Pokemon or the Digimon follow you is better than Pokemon, and this is a game that came out three Digimon follow you, and it looks better than the one Pokemon that follows you in Sword and Shield on more powerful hardware. Like it's just such bull that they're gonna try to sell us a game that they knew really wasn't that great. You know what I'm saying? Like deep down
Yeah.
inside, they knew. They knew that this was an empty, kind of hollow world. Like Gen 6 had a little bit of that, but that was excusable because
Well,
you know what? They had never done 3D before. This was completely new. And then they never even finished up Gen 6. They went straight to Gen 7, and that was trash, and that was a mistake.
Well,
And that was a mistake.
one thing I mentioned too is like, well, let's compare Breath of the Wild to Pokemon. And some people are like, well, you can't do that, but it's like, yes, you can. They have almost the exact same development time. If you look, we'd known that they'd been developing Sword and Shield pretty well after Gen 6 and Gen 7, which has been it was 3 or 4 years in the development, and that's what they gave us still.
Yeah.
And like Breath of the
They
Wild
were
took the same
developed.
development, but it's like it's a larger world with a lot more features. That's a lot better of a game.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. Like, look at the time gap from when Gen 7 came out to when we got Gen 8. Like that is a massive time gap, and the game doesn't show for it. The game's culling effects, which I've often said is are just terrible. And then when you get aside from things like culling effects, when you get to the fact that the animations looked better in Pokemon Battle Revolution than they do, and that's a fact. I'm sorry, the Pokemon and the game looks better in Revolution, an older game that had been out for a while. Why didn't you just make, you know what they could have done for this game, and that they clearly tried to? Make Pokemon Stadium 2 and Battle Revolution and all those games mainstream in a mainline Pokemon game where the focus is on competitive battling, or do something like, you know what I'm saying, like
I
Digimon,
mean,
get rid of the gyms, because they missed the opportunity to make the gyms more competitive like Pokemon Stadium 2, or make a
right,
ladder climb system, right? Make it like
right.
an easier version of competitive battling. Make it like challenging Pokemon, challenging trainers, something almost like Battle Tree Light, except not bullshit, right? And then have your protagonist attempt to climb these ranks and get points. And you know, if you earn enough points within like a season, and I'm literally thinking of this, by the way, as we're talking about this. I've never even thought about this before. So it's pretty bad when I can just come off the fly with a better way of playing instead of having us do the whole hero BS storyline. I think that would have been, unfortunately, what I'm proposing would have been more interesting. I think you could have made a better story out of that and made it like an official sports venue. You get sponsors. The sponsors give you mad
I mean
cash to buy competitive items.
that would have been better because if you look at what like the European, this is based off of Europe. That is what Europe basically is. It's basically mostly just competitive stuff. They've got a lot of sports that they're very enthusiastic about.
Well, I mean, my problem is like especially the it's built, it's kind of based off of like Britain and England and Britannia basically. Like one of my biggest problems is that you have a group of people there that are relatively competitive. They like sports, right? Like why not actually make it? It was like Gen 7. It was sports themed. It wasn't actually sports. There's items, by the way, free items if you go. I see where you're at. Go to the opposite side of that the Poke Center and start pressing like X on random chairs and stuff in that area, and in like an item or two in that town. By the way, thought I'd let you know that.
Wait, like right up here, or
To the left a little more. It's to the it's gonna be where that area goes up and it looks like there's a little cafe to all the way to the left, left and north, and that's gonna be
these
kind
chairs
of
up here.
no. Do you see where you're at?
I mean, I don't know.
Go
You're kind of behind a little bit, so
right. So the opposite area of the Poca Center, all the way to the left of it, on the left side of town, is where
okay.
you need to be.
Left
And
of the
then when
town.
you get, you know what, just forego it, because I'm yeah, you're fine.
These ones.
The items aren't that important.
Yeah, I
The
mean,
items aren't that.
I'm gonna go take
You're
on the
you,
gym.
you're not understanding. You went a little left. You went a little left. I said left, 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 left.
Well, actually, you just told me left, and then later on you told me. Do I have to map my buttons? Oh, no, I don't. Okay. I thought I
Um,
might, because I
let me
don't
let,
have, I only have the
okay,
joystick mapped.
okay. Let me put it this way. Go northwest.
I'm already in the gym.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Well,
Yeah,
that's fine. I hope you got
my
potions. Go.
secondary is level 10. You know, wait, you're right. I should probably get potions. Yeah, who cares about potions?
Recommend getting potions because even at level 10, you don't know what you're at. This gym is where a lot of people have gotten completely mollywopped. And fun fact, most of your favorite Pokemon YouTubers that have done Nuzlocks have probably re-recorded at this area many times.
I mean,
I wish I
obviously.
was. Bro, I love when people were like, "Oh, Nappy would just play through the game," and it was so. No, Nappy would re-record shit, and he would record long in advance. Most of these people do. Do you know how many people have cheated? And they're like, "Yeah, I totally cheated." And they're like, "No,
Yeah.
I never cheating. It's like, dude, get out of here, bro. We all have like bad recording sessions, outtakes. Like
Yeah.
that's a part of it, I think. You know,
I mean,
really
I
is.
still I still probably
Like,
wouldn't see like. There's no real reason to. You know.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when people are like, "Why do you post the losses of your Nuzlocke?" I'm like, because I'm not these cheesy ass Poketubers who sit there and like, you know, freaking salt over the fact that, oh, I lost the Nuzlocke. It's like, yeah, it sucks, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, guys, just kidding, we won. Look, like if
Right.
I lose, I lose. Like honest to God, like a couple of my friends were like, "Did you guys actually lose, or did you stage that whole
Wait, really? Did they think
No, I didn't
that?
stage any of it. And
Really?
Meryl was my no,
Yeah.
Meryl was
No. We
Meryl
didn't.
Meryl
Yeah. We didn't. If any of your
Meryl
friends
did it
ask
with
again, just reference some of this. We didn't stage any of that. That was all on the fly. Like I actually can send them because I still have the other recordings we did. I can send them those recordings with actual gameplay to prove it. Like it was all on the fly, and it's all just
that's what
that
makes me
funny.
so. But see, this is what makes me so mad because they're like, "You no way, dude. There's no way your Zubat legitimately took out like a freaking Groudon." I'm like, dude, but somehow my Zubat managed to take on a damn
Well,
Groudon. My
I call
Zubat
that
beat
Orange Jesus was actually on our side for once because that was just
yeah,
because
until
he happened to get
one Graveler.
confused. You know, he just happened to get confused.
But see, that's what makes me Zubat might actually be like the MVP. I might have to like eat shit and just admit that Zubat is a good Pokemon, and then he died. So he saved me from that embarrassing. Could you imagine what it would be like if we would have won that and I'd have done it with Zubat? Then I'd have to have been like, guys, I'm sorry. Let me admit Zubat is amazing. So it was probably for the best because I would have cried. Because I would never say that. I'd be like, dude, Zubat is trash till the very end.
I mean, I thought I was already rubbing salt in the wound when I decided to solo around with the C dot.
Honestly, dude, like you can take that C dot, bro. That C dot is absolute trash. C dot, I love its final evolution form. Big fan of it. I've used it in competitive. Nuzleaf is awesome. Or not Nuzleaf, not C dot or Nuzleaf. God, what's that Pokemon's name? The final evolution of them.
Ooh, I don't remember.
I used to use it all the time in competitive as a special attacker because it got access to like Hurricane and Leaf Storm and shit. Basically, you use it as like a timid Specs Pokemon or like a modest Scarf Pokemon, and you could bust with it. I personally liked because I use Thunder Wave on everything in my competitive teams. I would usually use like
Cause you're
Thunder
a
Wave.
try hard.
That's not try hard.
I know.
How is okay? No, 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 no. Paraflinch is try hard.
I
Paraflinch
was
is
messing
try
with
hard.
you. I was messing with you. I know that's a
Listen,
viable. I know
no,
that's a
you knew
viable
it. You
competitive
invented it.
strat. I know it's a viable strat. I'm just giving
No,
you shit because I would never use it.
well, no. I see. Usually you want to know what my rule of thumb is and how I team build. Okay, I'm looking at it as I need at least two physical attackers. One has to be very fast in the metagame, and something common with some KO power, and then I need at least one that can function as either the same as a sweeper or a tank. And then I'm looking for a special attacker, usually one that maybe, is a tank. Then I'm looking for a second special tank, just be, an assault, variant. Like it can just be fast and hit hard. Um, then I'm looking for two walls, usually one which is stall, which is a little more speed that can utilize taunt, so I can shut down my opponents. And the thing is, all these Pokemon have to be able to learn status. I need at least one Pokemon that knows Thunder Wave. I need to have one Pokemon, right, that knows something like Toxic. Usually two Pokemon know Toxic.
So do you
And
do you
then
do
another
you do you
Pokemon
try
that
to
knows
make these
Willow Wisp.
teams in your Nuzlocke too?
No, I do that in competitive so that way my team essentially, like you've seen me, I'll run taunt on several Pokemon just
Dude,
so that way there's
you know,
no bullshit you can pull.
people underestimate taunt, but like if you lead with taunt, it can be really
Yeah, you
helpful.
can't heal yourself. You can't. Oh, I have. I've lived with taunt before just to stop the stupid stealth rocks.
Well, not just it's stealth rocks, spikes, sticky webs, all that other bullshit that people pull all the time. Like that became the meta, and it became so boring, you know. Like because that was the meta, and it's like I don't want to play in this meta. It's toxic and boring.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I had to run like taunt on everything, and it's like, dude, I'm running taunt on three. There was one time where I was when I had dropped from 2,000 ladder to 1,900 ladder, that I was like, dude, I have 3 out of 6 Pokemon to be able to climb back up. Like I literally to get back to 2,000 ladder in just it was stupid, dude. It was dumb. 3 Pokemon have to run taunt. Like what? You know what I ended up doing? I'm not even kidding you. I ended up just running taunt on my physical attackers, so special tanks and even their setup sweepers because they're fast, right? Could kind of be stopped, and then I started running taunt on my faster tank, and then I had a Pokemon that was dedicated to status and taunt, which was my ability.
So
And then they nerfed
on
Prankster. I don't know if you
on
remember that.
Tuesday, our I think in our English class we're gonna talk about competitive gaming. Should I bring up VGC and Smogon to have discussion?
Oh no, don't. Please don't. We have enough.
Dude, I could write an entire essay on why VGC and Smogon are so bad.
I mean, theoretically, you could. I mean, VGC. I'd argue is what it is. Like, there's not much you can do about it. VGC sucks, in my opinion. Now, it's getting to the point where it's starting to turn into what Smogon. The best thing that TCPI did, like you know, at least in my opinion, was kind of get rid of this ban. But for a minute there, it was turning into like Gen 6 Smogon where they quick banned everything
See,
and everything was
what
just
does
insta
workup do
banned.
again? Does workup raise your special attack too, or just your attack?
Yeah, it raises both. It raises
Okay.
both. It's
So
a
then
really decent.
I'm gonna lead with my Livio and workup and hope that, and then my backup strat will be my Fletchinder.
Okay, everything can learn workup. So if you have the TM, I don't think you get the TM already in there.
I don't, but my Livio knows it naturally.
Yeah, Leo learns workup. I know that. I'm trying to think where you get. Maybe it's Gen 7 that you get workup for some reason.
I think it's
Workup is actually really good.
It's Gen 7 that you get it. So haven't you used workup on the competitive sets?
Yeah, because not every Pokemon gets a setup move, and workup is something that you can use for physical attackers. If you use Z workup, it works as a swords dance. And growth and workup are actually really good. I don't know why people don't use them, but
I know.
yeah,
I
I
have
use
this
workup.
Livio has a really high special attack.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember. Do you remember my Mega Pidgeot? I ran
Yep. 31 to
my
17.
Mega Pidgeot ran workup. It was timid nature, and it ran workup with Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Roost. No, Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Hyper. It knew something else, or Hidden Power Ice. It knew something. So it was a straight up special attacker, but it just destroyed everything because workup allowed it to bust through almost everything.
Yeah,
That
I
was
mean
like I don't know if you
Z workup. I think Z workup you've told me about before. It's actually a pretty good strategy.
well, there's
Livio,
two straws I think
anyone's
are
down.
really underrated.
Infestation. All right, you
That
warned me about infestation. Where it'll deal damage. But luckily, I resist it. So.
don't forget don't forget it's not just that it deals damage, it's that it traps that.
Yep. Oh, my! The effects of water spout faded.
So it traps
Yep, I know it tracks me, but
Yeah,
I'm using a potion. I'm using my only potion. Alright, now let's see
oh
what.
god.
Okay, it's gonna use infestation again, so that's good. Yeah. So I
And
can
that's
show you
bad
another one.
because it does residual damage and you can't heal.
I know, but it's not doing enough because I'm fire type and I resist it. And I should be able to one hit it with another ember. So.
Well, it's showing a little over half HP on my screen right now.
Yep.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
at. I'm actually, but I just took down the video on. So
Okay.
I think you are
Yeah,
way too
because
you are way too paranoid about this, Jim.
oh, you would have walked in there with that starter the way you did, homie.
I know better than that. But let's be
Oh,
honest.
sure.
I am the
Everybody
king
says
of.
that.
I will literally go into something and win even if I'm not prepared. Like that. That's just me. I can not be
Oh,
prepared.
so like how you won our soul link? How you won our first soul link? How you just walked in and won
Okay,
our first soul
that
link?
was not my fault. Okay, that was not my fault.
Okay, you don't have an excuse for not being able to beat that Machamp because I beat it with a Zubat.
I was going up against it with a Sharpedo that was like 4 levels higher than it. But it just happened to work up, or not work up, but it had a setup move.
Okay, would that have stopped me? Would that have stopped
If
me?
you had my okay, go back to that
Oh
ROM.
no.
You choose Sharpedo, and you try and beat that thing with just a Sharpedo.
Oh, that would be too easy.
Sure,
I
sure.
promise you, I could. You do realize Sharpedo is a special attacker, and Machamp doesn't have, especially at lower levels. I mean, yeah, it has
Okay,
decent
but it
rolls
gave
and
me
some
all
moves.
physical attacks right away, or maybe special. I don't even remember.
Yeah, that's why you grind. That's why you grind. That's why
I
I
mean,
grind so
I
much
thought I
because
grind.
once you
I
have
thought I
level,
grinded up high enough, but then all of a sudden it throws out a level 5 fully evolved Machamp.
no, if you're before, the trick is whatever level you get a Pokemon at, in my opinion, it needs to early game be at least double. Can like kind of move on. It needs to be double that level. So if you get it at level 5 early game, right, it needs to be level 10 at the very least, preferably higher. Like I won't leave an area sometimes you might notice until I'm like level freaking 13 or something. And then I'm like, all right, guys, let's go on an
Well,
adventure.
you also told me
Because
not to use
I
the
like
speed up
respecting
button,
the
and had I been able to use the speed up button, I would have been just
yeah, you'd have been to the first gym by the time I
fine.
talked to our dad.
That's true.
What do you mean?
My speed up button is way too fast. Let's be honest. I am
Yeah,
being
for those of you who
honest.
haven't seen the last, his speed up button is damn ridiculous. Don't tell me it's not. Your
It
speed up
is.
button
I mean,
is
if I tell
it's
you
like
it's 15 to 20 times the regular speed, you'd probably think that's absurd.
yeah, that's not an exaggeration either.
It's not. It actually shifts between those levels. All right. So, do you want me to turn off the EXP share to make this game harder? Should I turn off the EXP share?
No, you're gonna need all the help you can get.
All
You're gonna
right.
need all the help you can get. That bad boy on, trust me. This generation gets infinitely more brutal as time goes on. Like I know that that sounds weird, but if you turn that little item off, that's why they gave it to you. There was, I think it was, I don't remember who it was. Someone was talking about it. Unfortunately, it might have been Naffy. I think he was the one who said that if you turn off that EXP share, it's brutal. And people were like, "Nuh-uh." And I'm like, you do realize it's clear, right, to anyone who plays the game and really looks at it objectively, that they knew that if you played with it off, it was going to be a tough time. Like this
Oh.
shows that little
Okay. So here's a question: should I catch full baby, or just kill it?
Flabebe ends up
Yeah.
evolving into a floor, and it is really damn powerful, and it is a special tank, and it is a fairy type. So yes,
Okay.
you absolutely want that Florges. You will have to get a stone, which you'll get it about mid game. You get it from a town, I think the seafaring town. You'll get a stone that you
Well, it's got fair. It's got a
you can
fairy
get
move
like
already.
from Lucario.
It's already got a fairy move.
Yes,
This
it does.
thing's
It's only got stab. I know
all right.
that you forget to use that on you actually
Oh
before
yeah,
you
I
promote.
remember now, and I hated it because I thought it was such a shit Pokemon. I could never figure out how to use it.
I
Mm,
know that wish protect calm mind bullshit
that,
sucks. A lot
but
of people, a lot of people ran aromatherapy on it, but I was like,
well,
I don't
what
remember
I
seeing
see
it.
is I see that set used on Sylveon all the time, but I've never seen it used on a Florges.
Yeah, I liked using it on Florges. Florges,
All
in my
right,
opinion, was actually a picture of it. I liked using Sylveon a little
it's
choice
caught
specs. Well, you've seen my Sylveon. I'm a choice spec Sylveon user.
right.
That's my preferred way. Nice, modest nature with choice specs. It can take a hit and then dish it out. Max HP. Now, don't get me wrong. There's different sets I will use for Sylveon. Like sometimes I'll just use it as a special tank with good recovery. Other times I will run. Was it a Curse Sylveon? I think I taught Eevee Curse in Gen 2, traded it up, made it a Sylveon, and used Curse Sylveon. I'm pretty sure to boost its physical defense. That was fun. The unkillable Sylveon. It knew uh, what was it? Rest. I think it learned rest, and then it had a Chesto berry. So it would rest up after I would basically buff its physical and special defense and like sweep up. And rest gets rid of toxic and all that other crap, right? So like it
Yep.
ended up being a pain in the butt, and it just used. I think it just did stab fairy type move. It was one of those things where people were like, "That'll never work," and then when they got beat by it, they're like, "That's bullshit." I'm like, "No, well, it
I
worked."
mean, okay,
I hate.
how many people would you have asked? How many people would you think where like, oh, you ask them like, oh, attract on beater would never work, and then like I go up and I'm using it, so then it's the same situation.
Yeah, a track Beedrill was a mistake. It was proof that human beings were a mistake. The only mistake God ever made was human beings. Attract Beedrill is proof, I feel, that we humans are parasites and don't deserve the lives we live. Attract Beedrill is proof that we don't deserve mercy and that the sweet embrace of death is too good for us. Attract Beedrill. Should I go on?
You should go on. I like you ranting about a tracked B drill.
No, it was bullshit, dude. That was the. I was like, is this man for real? And I had to keep out. I was like, this is complete now.
My laptop may have died.
Oh, fantastic.
Wait. That's so weird. Why are you on your two different channels in my chat?
What?
You're now on your Whisper Mystic account rather than your um you know rather than your other account.
I most certainly am not.
Okay, look at chat. It says Matthew Whisper and then Whisper Mystic. Two separate accounts that you're using one and then the other.
Yeah,
Why? Oh, like that's weird.
I'm, I'm not. That other one is inactive. I'm not even using it.
Which one?
The only one I use is Matthew Whisper. That's it.
Well, I thought you still posted on your Whisper Mystic channel, right?
No,
Yeah, didn't we? Didn't you? Yeah, we started posting on Whisper Mystic again after you reclaimed it, right?
no, I never reclaimed it.
I thought you did. I swear.
And people can post in it, but I'm not.
Let's see if it'll actually pair these Joy Cons again. Did I tell you I was playing this with Joy Cons?
Yeah, did it die?
Did what die?
Oh wait, yeah, no, you're right. It is. I'm on my Whisper Mystic account now on YouTube. I thought you meant on That's
Oh,
because to get back into my YouTube. I thought you were talking about Discord. I was like, what?
oh,
No,
no, I was talking
bro.
about,
You have like I was like, dude, what? Yeah, no, it does change because I'm an admin on this one.
right, because I made you an admin.
I still don't even at me. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just mentally handicapped or some shit, but I cannot make people admins, and I don't know why. I'm
You
sure
can't.
there's a way to do it.
Alright,
I'm just not smart enough to figure it out.
entertain the people. I gotta go do something. I gotta use the bathroom. Entertain people.
Are you sure I'm allowed? Are you sure I'm allowed to entertain them my way?
Entertain them any way you want to.
Oh, they gonna learn today. How you doing, boys and wait? Are you gone yet? Is he gone yet? He sounds like he's still there. I'm gonna give it a second. I'm gonna give it a second. One, two, three. Okay, all of you are trash. You're all terrible people. He told me secretly he hates all of you. He said y'all look like turds. What else did he say? He said he absolutely hates you. He says you guys are give him depression. He says y'all are like a cancer. He said y'all were absolutely the most disgusting, terrible people he had ever met in his entire life. And he said y'all have big gay. Yeah. So that's everything he said. 100%. Merrill absolutely said that. Trust me. I know you might think he didn't say that. I know some of you don't want to believe he said that, but like you have to trust me. You got to trust me. Like just 110%, dude. He said that stuff, okay? Like just don't question it. Don't question him on it. Just accept it. It is what it is. I know it hurts. I know some of y'all are going to be like, but it hurts. And I'm going to be like, but listen, sometimes the truth hurts, but that doesn't mean that we shouldn't embrace the truth regardless. You need to learn to embrace the truth regardless, man. You got to just man up and pick up your big boy panties, boys and girls, and just man up and woman up and say, you know what, it doesn't matter what he said or what's happened. You know what, we're just going to go ahead and you got to learn to do you. You know what I'm saying? You just got to learn to do you. That's all it is. So, just thought y'all might like to know that. Just thought y'all might feel a little bit encouraged, maybe, by what I just said. I don't know why in reality you would think would probably be, I think, more depressing than anything else. But whatever. I mean, it is what it is. Again, like I said, I don't care about none of y'all. He doesn't either. But, just thought I'd throw that out there. But yep. Anyways, I hope these guys are having a great day. I hope, I hope these guys are having a fantastic day. I hope none of you go into the comments section and tell him what I just said. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys, even if he doesn't, even if he thinks you're trash, you know what? I don't think you're trash. Okay? I think you guys are fantastic. And I mean that. 100%. I promise you. That's not, me blowing smoke. That's me being honest here. I love you guys. You guys are fantastic and amazing. And I mean, he might think you're worthless, but you know what? I don't think you're worth. I think you have. I'm being honest here. I think you have a lot of worth, and I mean that. I think you have more worth than you know. He might have said that y'all can go die. You know what? I will never say that about you. I would never say that about you. True story. True fact. He need to hurry up. He need to wrap it up. Cause like I'm over here just entertaining y'all. You. He said some terrible things about you, but you should definitely go and unsubscribe from this man. Just click the subscribe button again after. Who am I kidding? Nobody's gonna watch this. Nobody's gonna say the subscribe. Go ahead and click subscribe. Give the man some support. Then click unsubscribe, so that way he
Okay, what did I miss? What did you say?
nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Alright, well, we'll see about that. See, I've been gone.
Absolutely nothing.
Gone yet? Is he gone yet?
I don't know what you're talking
Sounds
about,
like he's
dude.
still there. I'm a little.
Why? What do you think I
Give it a
said?
second. Give it a second. One, two, three. Okay, all of you are trash. You're all terrible people. All of you need to take all of you.
Are you gonna play your game? Are you gonna play your game?
No, I'm listening to what you said on stream.
He said he absolutely hates you.
Okay, so
No,
so
all I said was what you told me.
so you're dissing me and the audience? Wow.
No, that's what you said about them.
No, that is not what I said about them. When would I have said that?
Yes, it is. You said it the other day. You was like, they're all trash. They're terrible people. They should all
I
go
did
away.
not.
And
I
then
don't. I don't know what you're saying because I never said that.
use the devil is a liar. You see what's going on, people? He's lying and he's gaslighting you. He said all this terrible stuff about you. This is why you should unsub from this man.
I mean, I don't have very many subs in the first place, so I really don't
Did
care.
y'all know? Did y'all know that he simped for Jubilee Blaisdell?
I never simped for her.
It took you a minute to say
I have a
that.
cracker in my mouth.
Uh-huh. Sure, it took you a second because you were like, oh no.
You're fucking retarded. You know that.
Oh really? I'm not the one that simped for Mommy Jubilee.
Oh, this is what? So she admitted to having a boob job on her Instagram.
I love how that's literally what the first thing that comes out of your mouth is. Like,
Well, I just figured you didn't know that,
because
so I thought I'd tell you
you
that.
exposed it. Everyone now knows it. Why would I care?
I don't know. I just figured someone would care. And you know who? M and JTV probably paid for it.
You know he did, dude. Come on, her channel isn't that popular. You know what sucks is that like she was doing like a Harry Potter video and she was like sorting everyone into like Slytherin house and I'm like Slytherin people are ambitious. Nobody you know besides your mans is ambitious. Like
Right.
he's the only one and even then he only fits into Slytherin instead of Gryffindor because he's an asshole.
That is true.
To be fair, I got Slytherin, so, you know.
You know, I've had this
It,
conversation with my friends. You would not be able to sort me into a Hogwarts house because I've got attributes from all of them.
No, you would still. Oh God, I had to put you somewhere. I would say I would put you in Ravenclaw.
But you're not the sorting hat, so you can't do that.
The fuck I'm not. Yes, I am. Listen, you go get a Ravenclaw.
I'm
You
not a
should go
Raven.
to the Discord.
Okay,
I'll find
wait.
you a role.
Who said that I would even go to Hogwarts? Being in Hogwarts is shit. You know, I wouldn't want to go to such a shit school.
So full of shit, dude. You'd be like, oh my God, I'm finally magical. Great. Shut up.
No.
You'd be like so
Okay,
happy.
okay. Let's analyze what Hogwarts is, right?
You would be like, I knew I was magical, and they gave me
No,
an
no,
arrow. Of course I'm
no.
magical.
Okay, you know my one problem with Hogwarts? No modern
Daddy,
technology.
Daddy Dumbledore is going to
There is
kill
no
you.
modern technology. Like there are no computers, no phones, no Wi-Fi. I could not do that.
You'd be fine. You'd have a normal childhood. You'd be a normal kid. You'd have a
Okay,
girlfriend.
you're calling people who would be magical normal children.
Yeah. Listen,
Okay, one of my friends says that being normal is bad.
you could make friends.
I have some
Name
friends.
name one besides me, and no Steven and Aqua don't count.
Even in Aqua aren't my friends. So, like, his
Don't
name.
tell him you said that.
Just go ahead. I straight up banned Aqua from my Discord.
Are you serious?
Okay, he posted something about liking Wallies, and I'm like, no, keep that in your fucking DMs, even though I'm not a moderator. And then he's like, oh, it doesn't matter. And I'm like, you know what? You can do this in your server, but I'm not going to let you stay in my server if you say stuff like that.
He was talking about Wally?
Yeah, he was. And I warned him, I'm like, hey, keep that shit in your DMs. And he didn't respect me, like always. You know? If you scroll up far enough, you might be able to find it. It was a while
I
ago.
would have to actually like, yeah, I would have to actually like sit there and look at stuff, and I'm too lazy for that. I like, you know what I like is when people like, I remember there was somebody one time who's like, oh, somebody in your Discord said something homophobic in troll chat. I'm like, yeah, they probably did. I'm like, I'm not gonna go in there and bother to even look. I don't even care either way. But and they're like, oh, you half my fandom is gay, dude. Half my fandom, like a quarter of them is trans. I'm like, and then I'm like, then there's Meryl, who's like, because we have to have somebody that represents the right wing. Then I'm a middle of the road kind of person. I'm
wait,
like, we got all the bases covered,
wait,
dude.
wait, what do I represent? What do I represent?
You represent the right wing. You're like the only one because Steven represents communism. That's what he says all the time. He represents
I
communism.
mean, does
So we're
Aqua
not.
does Aqua represent socialism then?
No, Aqua represents why we need eugenics. Like I disagree with the idea that you need like a race. No, I feel like there's normal people, there's messed up people, and then there's
And then there's Aqua.
be allowed to live. But like furries, it's no. I've told Aqua this before too. He's like Aqua openly admits that all furries are degenerates. I'm like, see,
Ooh, Wakanda is evolving. Let's go.
Wakanda isn't evolving on my screen. Spoiler warning, dude.
Well, you're in a Discord call with me, so you don't. It doesn't matter.
Yes, but I'm watching this play live. So understand, like I'm watching. Okay, now Wakanda is forever. Now Wakanda is forever.
No, next
Pokemon I catch on naming forever. Now we can have Wakanda forever on our team.
No, the moment you do that, Wakanda dies. I promise you. No, I'm gonna make Wakanda die.
and then we just have
That's the
forever.
last.
Oh, he's got a
No,
famous start.
then forever would die because it doesn't hurt it. I mean, a Metapod is not. What nature, by the way, is that Pokemon? You know that you can EV train these Pokemon, although it'd be boring in live stream.
On an emulator, I can't. It'd be really hard on an emulator.
Oh yeah, you're right. You know, no. You know why you couldn't do it? Because you have to use a touchscreen.
This has a touchscreen feature. I could use the mouse as a touchscreen. It just wouldn't be fun.
Yeah, because you can use the bag training. That's how I EV trained everything Gen 6, dude. I miss
Dude,
that.
I
It was
did
so
that
much
like
easier to count EV shit.
Yeah, and that was so much, and it was fun to do, right? You know, it was easy and fun, and you got all the stones from it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there was so much about it that I'm like, why are we not funding this as like a Pokemon conglomerate? Why are we not like, yeah, hey, because it was like you could get all sorts of cool shit. Like you could count the exact amount for competitive use that you were put. Like, bro, why they got rid of that and gave us that stupid thing in Gen 7 on the Pokepelago PP Island?
dude, Pokepelago.
It was a good idea, but it wasn't. It wasn't. You know, it wasn't. What's the word I'm thinking? It wasn't used correctly. You know, it wasn't implemented properly.
Yeah, yeah, they really didn't manufacture it properly. I feel like it was good in thought, but execution it just fell.
Also, no one's listening to the stream.
It
I'm
just
like, I'm
didn't
eating the
work,
stream.
dude. It honest to God, it didn't work. I feel like in execution, again, the idea was brilliant, and I love the idea, dude. I really do. I mean that, bro. But like, cause think about it, dude. You could go to this island. You can get berries, right? You can find rare rocks. You can plant berries. Like the idea of that is actually, you know, really good, right? Like you can farm unlimited berries. That's what I used it for, anyways. You know, I don't think
But
that's what everybody
one of
uses
the
it for.
problems was it took too long, and unlike other games, like you can even like in Sword and Shield, you can even advance the clock, and it's just fun. You know, it doesn't really punish you for advancing the clock, but back in Gen 7, it would punish you if you tried to move the clock
Yeah.
forward, and it was really annoying because like it took over 24 hours to just get berries, and it's like, okay, this is repetitive and boring.
I want to do something where it's a little faster.
That was what ran yeah, because so the clock method, it would automatically restart, and you would whatever the clock was at, because you had changed it, it would yeah, see that whole shit that they had where you can't cheat in our Pokemon game really pissed me off, if I'm being honest.
Like, it's our game. Let us do whatever the fuck we want to, you know?
For real, it's like I paid for this piece of shit game. I should be able to do whatever I want. That's how I felt. I feel like Gen 8 wasn't super bad, but it was a major letdown, at least for me personally. I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe I'm alone in that, but I feel like it wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it sure as hell wasn't the best, if that makes any sense. Like, it had its problems. It had its moments, sure, but then it had its problems. I love
Alright,
playing
dude.
Magikarp versus.
Oh, that's what I was about to tell you. It's Magikarp versus Metapod.
I know, I can see it on the screen. It's a glorious, amazing battle. Just look at it. Just so interesting. It's amazing. Beta male. What's that guy's name? That the super ultra right wing. He's an African American guy. He loves Trump. He.
Oh, you're talking about Officer Tatum? Are you talking about
Jesse
Officer
Lee Peterson.
Tatum?
Jesse is it? Is it Jesse Lee Peterson?
I know the only
Is
right kind of right wing leftist, I mean the right wing black African American on YouTube I know of is Officer Tatum.
No, I don't know who that is. But ACAB. Anyways, Jesse Lee Peterson is hilarious. I'm pretty sure that's his name. I
Mm-hmm.
love watching that dude. I find him hilarious. I think he's a cool guy. I think he's just trolling most of this. I mean, sure, he probably is like right wing and like hyper Christian, strict, whatever, dude. But like, I think he's cool. I don't know. I know there's some people who are like, he dude, you know what? He's hilarious, bro. Like he's the only dude that will legitimately invite you on his show, tell you you're a beta male who's gonna rot in hell, and then be like, "All right, thank you for coming on."
Dude, I would pay money to be on a show like that. That would be hilarious, you know?
He is literally my favorite. Like people think I'm kidding. I literally watch his stuff and I just sit there and laugh, and I'm like,
I mean,
"Bro,
that's
why are
probably
we
what it's
not
for, you
finding
know?
this man?"
Like, why don't you
Want things to be humored. Like even when it comes to politics and things, you still want to be humored with it. You know, you still want to enjoy it.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what I hate. Let me tell you what I hate. Like, have you ever seen like the Harry Potter
Yeah, I have.
report there, right? She's a bad person. You know what the irony is when people say, especially for like, in my opinion, right? When people say that so and so is a bad person for their opinions, opinions don't really make you a bad person. Actions do,
Right.
right? Like you can hold any opinion you want. I can still be your friend. But like I'm gonna be honest, if you go out there and you start like hacking people to pieces, homie, I don't care how tight we are. I'm gonna call the cops on you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like there's certain things don't like it's
You
so
know,
weird that we live in like this world where like everybody thinks that like the opinion is the ultimate, and it's like no, homie. Like you can have you can be like Jeffrey Epstein or whoever, leftist lefty of all the leftists, and that doesn't make you a good person. You can
yeah.
be the most right wing of all the right wing, not be a good person. Like being a good person has nothing to do with your political affiliation,
I
dude.
mean, I think there's one thing that I do come when it comes to opinions, but I guess it's less of an opinion. Like when people will blatantly support things that are immoral, like you know that they're blatantly wrong,
Yeah,
yet
like
people
have you
support them anyways.
seen the Have
Yeah,
you seen the maps? Like the maps, the fact that there are people that are like, no, we have to learn to understand. It's
dude,
just, I'm like, no,
fucking
listen to me,
cuties,
dude.
fucking cuties. Like, what the fuck is cuties? You know? You've heard about it,
Oh
right?
God, video on that. Yeah, I heard about it. It was funny because someone was trying to tell me, oh, well, you refuse to watch it, so how can you judge it? It's like, are you retarded?
Okay,
Are you that dumb?
it is morally wrong of me to watch it all the way. If I watch it all the way, there is something wrong with me.
Thank you. Not just that. Why would I think about it this way? Why would I want to give it a view to give it support? And then I read the plot synopsis and I was like, yeah, no, I'll die before I ever watch that movie. I'm not, that's not an
Right.
exaggeration. There is a point when I read the plot synopsis and a trigger warning for everyone out there, but there's a point where when reading the plot synopsis, it makes it very clear that this girl, right? Because I read the entire thing, this girl takes a picture of her vagina and she's a child and
Right.
post it on like a social website or something. Like you now, right now, the Republicans are actually trying to go after creator for pedophilia, child porn, or something like that. I hope they can, cause like how this shit, bro, got legal. I don't
Right.
know.
It's complete
Honestly,
bullshit, really.
I don't.
And it makes you wonder,
Well, that's the thing.
because if you look at it, most
Like
of the
how this
girls, right? Most of the girls in the movie are young black African American girls, right? Why is BLM not all over this? Because it's like BLM should be all over this movie, saying, "Okay, this is wrong," you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, part of my problem is I feel like there is a huge problem with young black girls being sold into prostitution, and I've talked about it before. And part of my problem is it's like we're sitting here listening to this shit, right? Listening to it exist, right? Or watching it, I guess you could say, right? We're watching this shit exist. Nobody's saying anything. You know what I mean? Like, think
Right.
about it. Nobody's really saying anything. Nobody's going out there and saying, hey, this is terrible. All of a sudden, it hits mainstream, and then everybody's like, oh boy, wow, this is bad. And there are some people that are still saying, no, it's not that bad. It's not
Okay.
that big of a
Have you
deal.
seen the
You
Rotten
know,
Tomatoes
it's
reviews?
just,
Like the Rotten Tomatoes reviews are all like, "Oh, it's fine."
well, no. I mean, I think part of the problem is it's like, well, it's mainstream. It's just the way it works. It's like, yeah, but think about what it's mainstreaming, homie. It's mainstreaming the sexual exploitation of young girls, especially young black girls, which is a huge problem in, with underage. Like, do you not understand? Like, there are people literally in the hood right now who are working to help these young girls, and you are encouraging predatory behavior against them. And it's all about this girl joining a twerking competition. So you're essentially that their worth is not in their intelligence or their level of education or who they choose to be as a person, whether or not they help people. What are you really telling these young girls? Well, you're telling them essentially
Yeah,
that they're bodies.
I'm
In
not going to
terms of their worth.
spoil it this time. You got to watch the stream.
Oh, for the evolution. I see you
Yep.
just beat the person. So here comes Metapod. We're having an evolution. I love how we just transitioned from cuties to, hey, we have an evolution on the screen.
Right.
But yeah, but I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like, I have an inherent out there who's going to say, well, you haven't watched it. How dare you judge it? You're right. You know what? Maybe that makes me a hypocrite. Fuck it. That's the hill I'll die on. Sorry, I'm not going to watch cuties. If
Yeah.
you can sit through that, there's something wrong with you.
Well, it's not
That's
only that,
honestly how
like,
I feel.
as you mentioned, like, if something goes against your morality or your views, you have a choice. You can choose to not support it because of that fact.
Thank you.
That is something so simple that no one understands. Like, the other day I was talking about Zoom with a friend of mine, or to my teacher, I'm like, I probably won't use Zoom if I'm sitting just because of what it's done in the past. And my friend who's sitting next to me is like, why are you so picky? And it's like, it's not that I'm picky. It's that they've done this in the past and that this
But
goes
it's your
against what
choice.
I support.
You know. Anyways, entertain the people. I got to go help someone with something real
Yeah,
quick.
exactly. Okay, so I have to entertain people because, anyways, I guess. So talking about cuties, still, I suppose. Um, I just honestly find the whole thing deplorable. I find it disgusting. I know, again, someone out there is gonna say, "Oh, but Matt, look, dude, I can't support it. Maybe you can. That's on you. I can't. It will not be getting my view. I will not view it. I've already signed a petition against cuties off of Netflix. I'm going to be doing a video on it and why it's so detrimental and why I think it's upsetting to me as somebody who has, I have an older sister. I have a couple older sisters. I have younger sisters. Like, to me, this is disturbing, and the fact that this is what they're propagating, it's like, how did somebody hear me out on this? How did somebody look at this shit and say, yes, no, this is okay. We're going to put this up on our streaming website? I don't understand it. I don't personally get it. And it's upsetting to me because somebody watched this movie and said, yeah, you know what? We're going to put this up on Netflix. We're going to put this up on our streaming site.
Well,
And this is
apparently
what we're going to
Netflix.
do.
Netflix. It's not just that they put it on Netflix. It's that Netflix bought the rights to distribute it.
Promote it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird things though, where it's like I've tried to explain this philosophy to young people I know.
Netflix, Net-
Are you still saying something?
no, you
It's
just
cut.
cut out.
Yeah, you cut out too.
So what were you saying?
Well, I was gonna say I've tried to explain this philosophy to people before that are my age, and they don't understand it. It's like they don't understand not supporting something because it goes against your moral values or your beliefs. You know,
Yeah, it's like, why would I support a show that's literally about pedophilia? Why would I watch it you know what part of the problem is? And I'm just going to be real with you. I think part of the problem is that people want to take this pseudo intellectual stance of, oh, you haven't seen it, so you're not giving a fair critique. I'm just going to go on the record right now and just say this: if you watch that and you really believe that about this particular thing, dude, screw you. Like, you are
right?
disgusting. I
I mean,
refuse to give them. I refuse to support them. I feel like it is perfectly fair for me to read the plot synopsis. Any lit major who's had to do any kind of literary analysis will tell you you can read a book and
dude,
understand it.
dude, you
You
don't
don't
even
have to see
okay.
the movie.
Just to tell
Plot
people this,
synopsis makes me so angry. It's like, no, I
you
don't
don't
need to watch it.
You don't have to be a lit major to understand things. Like high school doesn't teach you how to analyze anything, but if you go into English 1010, which is the base form of college English, they teach you how to think and how to analyze it and how to do everything with it.
But this is what I'm saying. I mean, part of the problem, I think one of the big problems with college is that we've told people that it's all about getting money here in America, and that's what we've turned it into, is a money factory, right? Because that's how we treat it. And in reality, it should be about teaching critical thinking. Oh, this is where you get the mega evolution, right?
I think so, but it's also where
Yeah,
you get to
I think
choose
this
another
is where you
starter.
yeah, you choose one of the starters, and what they do is he'll give you, okay, so what are you weak? You need a water type.
I do need a water type, so I mean, I was gonna choose
So
Squirtle
Squirtle will
anyways.
probably be your best.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Squirtle.
Squirtle is amazing. Blastoise is good. I know that a lot of people are Charizard fans. I'm gonna be honest with you. When we Gen 1, I was a grass type and water type, man. Some people
I
like Charizard. He
mean,
was cool,
Mega
but
Charizard got way overused. Like it earned its OU status.
yeah, it really did. Yeah, but okay, let's be honest here. Even I use Charizard Y a lot with his sun setting. Because that timid nature drought with, outspeeding stuff, using drought to boost your fire type, pretty good. I'm not gonna
Right.
lie, dude. And you could Dragon Dance or Dance with the other Mega. What were we talking about before? Oh, cuties. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah, but it's just the idea that you have to sit there and, like, the educated stance is that you watch it and give it a no, dude. I'm not fucking. sitting there and giving my time over and wasting my life watching something. People say, "Oh, well, but it's just no, it's not just a movie." I do genuinely feel like I think, and I'm just gonna say this, and someone's gonna be like, "That's not very intellectual." Again, go fuck yourself. I feel like if you really enjoyed that movie, you're a pedo. I'm sorry,
I mean,
personally.
it's one of those things where there's a time. It's like logos, pathos, mythos, right? There's a time where it's just like you need to focus on the morality before the logic, because if you're too logical, you lose the meaning behind it. You know?
Yeah, I think part of the problem is it's sort of like the atheist versus Christians, right? Christians go completely off their feelings, so they blindly follow a book. Atheists go completely off of logic, and I think that both of them kind of miss the idea that we're both kind of these very biological creatures that exist within, the realm of thermodynamics. But there's also something inherently special compared about us, something inherently unique and inherently spiritual about us, right? And both sides just hate each other, and I think both sides are just completely stupid. I think
Yeah.
it's okay to feel. I think it's okay to think, and I don't think either side should really be punished. I think a good balance of both. I think both within reason are wonderful things.
Right.
Um, Spirituality helps out mankind in a great way. It comforts. It's like when, I often say, like, I think that's part of the problem is that it's easy to get so wrapped up in, you know, you could, I guess, say that it's wrong for me to judge something I haven't seen, but I'm sorry if you as a human being cannot see why something like that shouldn't be watched in the first place. It's, in my opinion, it's concerning. It definitely shows some red flags. Maybe again, that's just me, but I can't, dude. I can't watch it. I can't. I
Right.
didn't really want to watch it from the beginning when I heard that it was bad, but I was like, there's no way. So instead, I decided to just read the plot. And I read it off of a couple websites just to make sure. I read IMDb's original, take on was in it, and after reading these scenes, dude, and seeing with my own eyes on that paper, or well, I guess you could say web page, what it said, I refused. I utterly refused to go watch the movie. And maybe that, maybe that's wrong in their opinion. That's fine. You know what? I'd rather be wrong in your opinion and sleep fine.
Then know that there's something wrong with me.
Yeah, I don't see how any mentally normal person is gonna make it through that fucking movie. I'm sorry. And the fact that there are people on Twitter, especially Maps, I was trolling some of them on my troll account because they were like defending the shit. They're like, no girls got hurt. I'm like, do you understand that these girls are going to grow up one day and realize that they were basically prostituted out to make a movie? What psych think that's going to have on them? Like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean? Dude, these maps don't even deserve rights. I don't. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's one of those
This
things
keeps
where
sounding
I
weird.
agree with people. I think that most people, whether or not you agree with them or not, like flat earthers, and I've actually, they deserve their rights, they're okay. But when it comes to pedophiles and mass, like, just throw them in a fucking prison and throw away the key.
Yeah,
If,
like pull out a wood chipper and just chuck them in. And this is coming from somebody who's a pacifist who genuinely believes that you can help most people through most of what they go through. I really do mean that. I think we need to focus on psychological health, not jail time for everybody. I'm sorry, the teenager who just stole a candy bar, there's a lot more there. He doesn't need to go to
hey, someone's in chat. This is someone I've never seen
this kid
before.
needs help, God forbid. But I think there's a
Hello, person in chat.
Jack, Jacksepticeye Shown.
Sean, I don't know, but uh, I just got leech
Man,
seed.
I'm not.
I just got leech seed on my chest pin, so leech seed we can use.
If you can get substitute, you can substitute leech seed, belly drum, and then just use something like bulldoze and just lower
That
these
doesn't
fucking
sound like a
suicide
bad
plots.
strat. Ooh, noble
Lower.
roar, noble roar on my thing. Should I learn noble roar on my?
I would recommend. if you can get uh, if you have roar already on your noble roar, what does that do again?
The user intimidates the target and lowers its attack and special attack stats.
Yes, learn that hands down. Learn that because there is a mega spoiler alert. There is a mega Gyarados fight in this game
And it
that
has
is
dragon
absolute
dance.
minimum. Yep.
All right,
So
I'll
you
delete.
can't
I'll,
take
I'll
out.
delete. I'll delete tackle for it.
Yeah, because that incredibly useful, especially in
Oh shit!
lanes
I'm
where
locked
it's
into
like
rollout against the Squirtle, and I have 8 HP. Okay, it chose to
that
tail
should
whip.
be.
I don't know. Okay, 2 rollouts took it out. We're safe.
Yeah, because shouldn't it be by the end power of rollout?
Right,
So
because it was my third time using rollout by the end. Because I used it once on Charmander, one hit KO the Charmander after it had dealt a bunch of damage to me.
right. So I was about to say, hold up, something doesn't sound right about that whole scenario because you should be fine.
All right, who do we send to the box? Is a question. I think we'll just send Bidoof to the box for now.
Yeah, I would say Bidoof. I know that sounds mean, but honestly, dude, Bidoof is just trash, bro.
I mean, it used to
It
be
just
better than it is. All right, give me a nickname for the Squirtle.
oh god. Oh, is it male or female?
It's male.
Oh god, it's male and
I'm
it's a
thinking.
Squirtle.
I'm thinking
So
Dick Squirts. Dick Squirts.
Uh, no, that. Oh God. I mean, I guess that. Are you gonna make like a competitive team to battle with after this, and like go on Showdown and see how it does on
Maybe.
MTG? Uh,
Maybe.
I would say, oh God, what would
I
you
named it.
even name
I
this?
named it Dick Squirts. And also entertain the people again because I have views about him again.
Okay, so I get to entertain you people.
Yeah.
How are you fine people doing today? Hope you are all doing super well. Um, I don't know if that's I don't know why he chose to name that Pokemon that, but I assure you, it's named. I don't know what else to say. It's a name though. So hey, but I am playing with him, mostly because I go back to work on Wednesday. So it's like, I just want to enjoy my time because I work 4 days a week. So, well, 4 to 5 depends. Technically, usually 4 days a week. But yeah, so I just wanted to go ahead and let these guys know that you are well loved, you are worthy. He didn't mean what he said about y'all back then. That was just a bunch of, it was a bunch of hyperbole. He really does love you guys. He respects you guys. He thinks you guys are swell. At the end of the day, he thinks you guys are fantastic. I think you guys are fantastic. I want you to know you are loved. You are enough. What else? I'm going to gas you up. You are going to get that job. You are going to pass that test. You are going to make it through this pandemic. You are going to ask that girl, guy, or out, and you're gonna freaking they're gonna say yes, and you're gonna have an amazing time, and you're gonna have amazing little babies with them, and your life is gonna work out wonderful.
What did you say to them?
You always wanted. Yes, you are.
What did you say
Nothing
to
but
them?
positive things.
Are you sure?
Nothing but positive.
That's
Honest
good.
to God,
You know what I gotta
every
love about people on YouTube?
what?
So if they see a live stream, right, they'll click on it, say hi, and if they're not addressed within 30 seconds, they leave. But like, if there's a 30-second delay, then they can't be addressed within the first 30 seconds.
Pretty much, yeah. It's weird, dude. Like streaming is weird in general. That's why you'll notice like I should stream again. I haven't streamed in forever.
I'm thinking about it. Just like stream something, then edit it and put it on the YouTube channel as an edited, smaller version.
Yeah, that's what most people do. Most people stream on Twitch or YouTube, and then they'll put an edited version of that, or a highlights version of that. My friends who speedrun do that. So
See, I was actually thinking about
very
the
pro.
a speedrunner I know was looking for a new editor, and I was tempted to do that and like just do his little competition.
I mean, it's always fun. I think, anyways. At least I think so. I think speed running is always fun. I mean, it's always something that you can do, and
Dude,
maybe
I was practicing quite a bit. I was practicing the clips for I was practicing the clips for Great Plateau.
bro, you need to stream that again. I swear,
Yeah,
that was like so much fun. Like me and you and Green, and then we were all just yeah, that was great, dude. We need to do that again.
yeah,
Like, hey, you, not tonight, but I mean like another night, and be like, what are you
yeah.
doing? I have not gotten. I don't think he's uploading anymore. I have not gotten any recommendations from his channel,
Honestly, I
and
haven't
I
seen him
haven't
in a
seen.
while. You know, normally he stays pretty active in the Discord.
Yeah, I haven't seen any uploads from him, so I'm wondering. You know something though, I should probably actually check his channel and see if he has anything up, because for a while there, YouTube wasn't recommending me his videos, even though I'm subscribed to have the bell and I'm always in his comment section. So it's been like a few weeks since I've actually seen anything of his. So I should probably check on his channel, which is I don't get that. See, YouTube, you give me the ability to subscribe, right? You give me a notification bell. I hit subscribe. I ring the notification bell. I watch all his, pretty much all his videos. Like his and your videos, I watch like all of them, right? Like I usually watch my friends' videos. It's no secret. Um,
Oh, you admitted I'm
except
your
for
friend.
Ronnie. Ronnie, if you're watching this, your videos are shit. I legit don't watch Ronnie's videos. He knows why. No, he was like, "Why don't you ever watch my videos?" I'm like, "Because all they are you rambling about how much you hate your living with your wife and how the kids should never get married." I'm like, "You're practically a MGTOW streamer." So he invited me onto one of his live streams, and you know me, like anybody who knows me knows. Like I've been in Floof's. For those of you who know, I've been in Floof's live stream before.
Dude, that's a
I've
name
been
I
in
haven't
his
heard in
live stream
forever.
before. I'm usually down. Oh yeah, I'm still in contact with Floofs. I talked to him on Twitter about a week ago,
I'm
through
surprised
Discord.
you still use
But yeah, no, Floofs.
Twitter.
Yeah, I still do. I still keep in contact with a lot of my friends that way. So let me tell you one of the problems that I actually had. Fun fact. So one of the bigger problems that I actually ended up having with his live stream, Ron's live stream, was literally, dude, the entire time there, all these guys were like, "Women are shit." Blah. I was like, "This is MGTOW," and he's like, "No, none of my people are MGTOW." And I'm like, "How many of you are MGTOW?" And his chat lit up with his hashtag MGTOW. Oh my god. He's like, "Am I pathetic?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude." I'm like, "You shit talk your wife
Yeah, that seems like
every
it.
one of your streams." He's like, "She doesn't know my channel." Like, she's in the other room, dude. What if she figures it out?
Or what if
Like, bro, if she,
you should tell her?
I am not gonna. No, no. Oh my god, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I get it would be funny, and honestly, it would just be his own doing, right? Like he said some
Yep.
shit, own up to it. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, hey, take the punishment. But she would divorce him, hands down. The shit he said, and I've told him, you need to delete it off your channel, bro. Like, you know, it just, and I like saying wild shit, but listen, dude, like the shit he says is
Okay, but
like,
I think the general rule is don't say wild shit about your girlfriend or wife on stream. That's a stupid thing to do.
yeah,
And that's one of the reasons I don't have a girlfriend, because then I can
the
shit
wife's
shit
house.
talk people.
Well, no, like the irony is too, and like Ronnie's gonna get so mad. But I've talked about it. When he was on my channel, one of my older channels. Oh well, yeah, his wife came in and screamed at him and was talking about it's my house, and you just whatever. I was like, ha.
Oh, so
But
she's the one who earns all the money and pays for everything.
yeah, he works. He just works part time. He doesn't. She's the breadwinner. He had to explain all of it in a live stream, and he was like all embarrassed. I'm like, that's so cute. She wears the band. He was not.
Hollow clip.
And he's like, delete the live stream. I'm like, sure, but you have to delete every live stream where you talk shit about your wife because you live in her house too. I'm like, bro, if you really want to divorce her so bad, why not divorce her?
Because he can't live without her
I'm
because he
like,
doesn't make enough money. That's what it sounds like.
I mean, that's not even it. I don't think there's another woman that wants him. But yeah, Ronnie, I don't watch your videos, and you know it. You you know why? It's cool. He doesn't watch mine either. He doesn't care. I don't even know how well my views are on my channel. I don't even check. I don't
I
even
mean,
put the buzz on.
yours are actually pretty good. Like it was 20 to 30 views.
No, dude, there's no fucking way.
There is. I'll go.
It's not a drama vid. Okay, I'm getting like 10 views.
Hold
I'm
on.
peaking at like 10 views. It's not a drama vid. It's just a
Yeah, but
goofy
you
video.
forget the people that subscribe to you for the drama vid will come to it.
No, that's usually not how audiences work.
Well, that's
The
how this
drama
audience worked.
that would be like a first because most of them are not going to
13
stick around
views,
for more than
22 views, and 13 views.
that's actually not so bad. It's better than I initially thought. Usually you don't get that much.
Well, mine's not even that much. But apparently you say your friends watch my stuff too, or
Yeah,
some
but
of
you
it.
only have 13 subscribers.
14. I subscribed with my second channel. I forget. I can steal a Mega Lucario in this game.
You can get one, yeah.
And then I can use it and obliterate everything. Wait, that doesn't break Nuzlocke
Oh
rules,
my
does it?
god. Are you for real about to get a Mega Lucario and
Uh,
just solo run this shit with it? It
yeah.
is Ubers.
Ooh, a Skiddo.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'm gonna mute. Where is my mute? I'll be right back.
Alright, so everyone, our encounter is a Skiddo. Also, it thinks that I'm holding the L button again. So I'm gonna have to go in and remap that. Go remap our controller. Emulation. Configure. Control. L. R. L. You back?
Can you hear me?
No, you are muted.
No, I wasn't muted. It automatically like booted me out, and it
Huh.
kept saying I was in, but like I looked weird, and I was like, "Hello, hello," like I was. I was
That
like, "What the heck is going on here?" I guess
it's
it wasn't
Discord. No one
muted.
ever knows what's going on. Also,
It's
our,
still better
our
than
team our team is looking really good.
still better than this guy.
All right, but did I tell you what the did you hear what the encounter was?
No, what was your
It's a
encounter?
Skiddo, which means we can have a go go.
You better catch that. You
I'm
better
going to
catch
catch
it
it.
and call it back.
I'm going to call it
Replace your
Matt.
start.
Yeah, that's actually what I was thinking. I was thinking I'm going to replace the starter with it because it's a better grass type. Honestly,
No, you know what we should do? You know what
what?
we should do? I should get a Gen 6 game, right? And start it enough to get trades, right? and then
Mm-hmm.
we should do a Skiddo solo run. Go. You catch one in Gen 6 and trade it over to me, or somebody does, right?
Can we do
Or
that on
use
an
the.
emulator? Can we do that on an emulator?
No, it can't be on an emulator.
How about I just hack in a save file with a Skiddo as the starter?
No, you know what I could do? Theoretically, I could do that technically with Gen 7 and do a Go Goat Gen 7, but I only have one copy of Gen 7. That's my son. And I don't want to restart because I have so many
Just
Pokemon.
get a computer that can run an emulator and do it on an emulator.
No,
So you wanted to call this Skiddo Matt?
yes. Or name it Whisper, one of the two.
We'll name it Whisper.
Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a female. You're a girl, Matt. You're a
Name it.
trans. You're trans.
Act like I care, dude. That's like my favorite Pokemon ever.
Yeah, I know. I've gone against your sleeping sense with it.
Yeah, I love when people are like, "Oh, it's not a good Pokemon," and then it starts like bulking up and horn leeching, and yeah, God, I love that little goat.
What if it's not a
Love
goat
that
though?
little goat.
Is it actually a goat?
Yes, it is. Go Goat and Skiddo are goats.
Are they goats? What if the goat is a lie? The goat is a lie.
What is this? Portal where the cake is a lie? Because that's from Portal, I think.
The cake of a lie. Yes, that is from Portal.
I was gonna say I remember playing that. God, that was years ago. At
It
least
was years
which
ago.
makes it feel.
Dude, it's hard to believe how long ago Portal came out.
I mean, it's still a well liked game though.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't a bad game. I would argue it was probably Portal was good. Portal 2 was also good. There's a few games that I do feel that thank you. Okay, thank you. There's a few games that came out. Portal was good. I'm trying to remember all that came out during that era, but I'm so old that everything all blurs together. Um,
You're so old.
I really am. 30 is old.
You're not 30 yet.
Not yet. One more year. Be a fat old tub of lard. Hells yeah.
Alright, our team is looking pretty good.
I mean, honestly, like I do feel like what's Skiddo's nature? What's
I have not looked yet.
because Jolly or Adamant are going to be the best
You know,
natures for it.
that was the one good thing about Gen 8. You could switch natures. That was the one good thing.
Oh, yeah, the nature mints, dude, were amazing. Believe me, I of all people completely agree. The nature mints were fantastic. Like literally, if you found a shiny, it didn't matter whether it had ass IVs and a bad nature, because guess what? You could always fix them with a bottle cap, and you could always change their nature.
Right. Alright, I need to switch Pokemon out.
Had some amazing aspects. That's why I say it's ever. But like honestly, Gen 8 really wasn't the worst game ever. It was still better than Gen 7, but I think the meta was better for Gen 7.
I
Like
mean, I would argue
removing
that
the
regular Sun and Moon, I would argue, were better than Gen 8, but Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon were worse than Gen 8, in my opinion.
yeah, regular Sun and Moon was had a much better meta. Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon allowed to open the floodgates for everything to be there. Zera Aura ran UU. I don't care what anyone
It did.
do. Zera Aura ran it. Zera Aura was such a staple that I literally built teams around beating Zera Aura. Like literally, I'm not even kidding you. Like it's why on
Wait,
Mega
you should
Aerodactyl,
you shouldn't have been able to battle his Aurora because of your game.
okay.
Did you ever get?
Remember, my sister had on Ultra Moon, and then I
Oh,
also played on Small on Showdown.
oh right.
Believe me, I've
Oh, I
battled
forgot. Oh,
Gyarados
dude,
before.
we are gonna make Wakanda the best. We are gonna make Wakanda the best Pokemon ever
Because
because
of Quiver Dance.
no, because it gets poison powder and sleep powder early game.
Learn Quiver Dance. That's what I used to do with it.
Yeah,
That's why when people are like, "Oh, it's ass," I'm like, "Are you stupid?" In the later gens, when it learns Quiver Dance, are you dumb? Dude, it becomes indestructible. Sleep Powder, Quiver Dance, and then you can just use any two special attacks like Psychic and Bug
confusion.
Buzz or whatever you want. You're gonna bust through everything in your path.
Right.
Like I don't think people understand how easy it is to solo run with a Butterfree. Beedrill would be harder. Beedrill is actual like trash for that it's mega.
That is rude. You're hurting my
Am
feelings
I
with that
wrong
one.
though?
I mean, you're not
Facts
wrong.
don't.
Although I never finished my beach request. I was really thinking about you playing through the
You
entire
know what the
game.
irony of it is though? I do actually like Beedrill.
I mean, you'll never be able to forget. You'll never be able to forget a tracked Beedrill. You'll never be able to forget that. So
Quick question: should I do a Gen 6 Nuzlocke with just a Beedrill? Beedrill solo run. I catch a Weedle, train it up, get it to a Beedrill.
Uh, will we? Would you be giving it multiple lives?
No,
I would say give it multiple lives.
no multiple lives. Just me and the Beedrill. And what I could do is after every second gym, I get a token. That token lets me revive, I guess, my Beedrill. I don't know, but even then, I genuinely feel like Beedrill is good enough that I could just, run it.
I mean, how about this?
I,
How about this?
I
We
do
make
love
it so that you run it.
Beedrill.
No, we make it so that you run it with a Butterfree and I run it with Beedrill.
Oh, but that would be so unfair though, because Butterfree is so broken. Because I'm my one of my okay, so somebody out there is going to bitch about this. That I'd be like, they're so common. Oh well, go kill yourself. Listen, obviously not
Careful,
really. That's a joke.
careful. Someone will make you like. Someone will think you're
Trying
serious
to
and take you
learn
out of
from what
context
me
for
and
5 years.
Jay and well, no, I mean Jubilee Blaisdell and them actually did like legit tell somebody to kill themselves.
Yeah, but
So that's why I always say that
so did
solo run
Duncan.
is.
So
I say it was no, but Duncan said that about to his friend, who he says it to all the time. It's like when I tell you to RKO Hadouken yourself, or you tell me to jump. Like I know you don't mean it. At least I hope you don't. But anyways, but no. Ever since they said that, like literally, a few of my friends and I in the Pokemon community, that's become our meme. Is that yeah, go kill yourself. Oops, sorry, just pulled a Jubilee. Um, I mean, but you know what the irony is? Like I'm gonna be honest, Jubilee is like if I didn't know who Jubilee was and I met her on the street and like we started talking at a Starbucks, I'd probably ask her out like, for a coffee or
so
something.
you're
Like
admitting that
literally, but
you would simp for Jubilee. You're admitting it.
no, I'm saying like if she no, what I'm saying is if I met her on the street, right, I would probably ask her out because she is like attractive. It's just like her personality, dude, is like homegirl. You literally slandered people like in the worst way, in a way that could literally come back, and it's not even like it was a joke, like like how we joke.
Right.
She legit sat there. It's not like when I call what was it? When I call Aqua like a disgusting, well, he is a disgusting degenerate, but I still love that furry bastard. Um, but like, you know what I'm
All
saying?
right. I'm
Like
afraid to
she
say it
legit.
that we have our first death.
Did this vice grip kill?
Yeah, this vice grip killed.
Did it hit my photo?
I didn't want Wakanda to die, so I switched out into something else to take it. So, Flabebe died.
That was
If,
our fairy type.
if it had to be something, it had to be Flabebe.
There is a dragon type elite form.
Right, there
Yeah, let
is.
me explain. There is a dragon type
Okay, but
elite form.
I'll just get a Sylveon.
Oh, you hope you encounter an Eevee on that route. Eevee is not the most common encounter on that route. You may not get a Sylveon. That's what I'm trying to tell you, dude. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, sweet honey boo boo child. I think you messed up.
Fairy
Oh,
types too. Also, Dragon is weak to
the
ice.
reason why fairy type, listen to me, fairy type. So, fairy type is absolutely important to have on your team this generation, and they made sure that you knew that by punishing you if you didn't have one on your team.
There are other fairy types in the game.
There's not as many as you think, and not easily accessible.
Okay, yes, there is. I can guarantee it.
You
I,
already didn't encounter Ralts, which
no.
Ralts is
No,
fairy
I can
type.
guarantee you I will have a fairy type on my team during the Elite Four.
Yeah, Slurpuff, Swirlix, you
No,
can encounter.
no. I'm gonna get Xerneas. I'll have it on my team before the Elite Four.
That's if you. That's
I,
if Xerneas doesn't sweep your fucking team.
I'm gonna catch
Yeah, you didn't
the
think about that. You didn't think about that one, did you?
I'm gonna catch the Xerneas. There's this thing called the Master Ball,
Wow. I hope you get like an adamant Xerneas.
and I'll just soft
Ass
reset.
ID.
Also, I may do some
No,
shiny
you
hunting.
can't. That
I
magic.
may do some I may do some shiny hunting illegally, illegal shiny hunting slash grinding.
No. You play a Nuzlocke.
It's called shiny
Oh my
claws.
god, dude. No. You're literally.
It's called shiny claws.
No. No. Oh my god, dude.
It's
Just
called
chill.
shiny claws. Come on, man. It's called shiny claws for a reason. It means that I can abuse it. Like I can literally just shiny hunt while grinding.
If you're thinking about shiny clawsing and horde encounters, screw yourself.
No, I wasn't.
I already know what
I
you're.
was not thinking horde
Yes, you
encounters.
were. You were gonna
No, no,
Eevee
no.
train. No,
I
you're
was.
gonna
I was
Eevee
thinking.
train like Matia.
I was gonna.
Yes,
No,
I know
I was.
exactly what you're
No.
thinking before.
I was gonna chain fish. I was gonna
Yes.
chain fish.
Oh, that's so bullshit. You disgust me.
His chain fish is faster
You
than horde
disgust
encountering.
me. You don't ever talk to me again. You disgust me. You are literally disgusting. How dare you? I'm insulted. Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow, dishonor on your whole damn family.
You know what? I went to the Pokemon Center and I healed up instead of dropping a dead mon.
Go back to the.
Bye bye, baby.
You you can't keep the dead mon on the team. That's technically that gives you an opportunity and a chance to like
I know.
you can't. You are terrible at Nuzlocke, dude.
No, I'm not.
I s-
No, I'm
you know
only
what we should
terrible.
do?
I'm only terrible at Nuzlocke from your hair.
Should we? And I don't know. This just kind of came into my mind. Should we do a co-op? Let's play.
Do you have a computer that can run Genesis or 7?
No, you can do a co-op though of an older gen.
But what if I don't want to?
I mean, you don't have to, but we can do a co-op of an older gen.
Explain the difference between a co-op and a full length.
We both just play through the game as an
together.
Do we switch between who plays?
No, we just both individually play the game.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And would we do it randomized or normal?
We could do a randomizer. I don't see why we
Okay. I
can't.
am going up against a Kadabra with a Butterfree.
Oh my god, this is a Nuzlocke ender. You have the Butterfree? Keep in the Butterfree because it's fully evolved and it has a somewhat decent special defense. Okay.
Okay.
What
Poison
move
powder or
does
sleep?
Butterfree know?
I'm thinking we sleep powder it.
Sleep powder it, please, for the love of God, sleep.
Oh, it's faster and it uses confusion. Okay, we it does more than half damage with a crit. But we hit the sleep powder. And we go for a confusion.
Okay.
Confusion does not do anything. I gotta switch out. Oh, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm
baby.
gonna switch into my starter because my starter has a dark type move.
Okay.
Chespin has bite, so
Ass physical attack.
okay. But I guess I could set up a lead sheet first. Woke up, uses
That yeah.
confusion. All right, confusion does a little under half. Bite KOs with a crit,
Yeah, I was gonna say that Kadabra is a Nuzlocke ender, dude.
and I got out of it with nothing dead.
I want you to know that's legitimately a fucking miracle. I'm literally at a loss for words right now as to how you made it out of
Oh,
that
guess what?
unscathed.
Guess what? I'm not gonna spoil it. You gotta wait until it shows up on stream.
It does not make does not compute.
Okay, look on stream. I'm waiting for it to show up on stream.
Oh, it's Evo time, isn't it?
But you don't know what's evolving yet.
Yeah, it's Chespin.
Wait, is it already on your screen? Yeah, it is. Huh?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, Chespin is evolving, and it just evolved into whatever the hell that is. I can't remember its name.
Quilad. It's called Quilad, and so what do you think
What do I
all
think?
time?
What do I think? What it is?
Top your top three Pokemon starters of all time, like
That
any
that is
gen,
that
any
is a
three.
that is a hard decision. I am not prepared for that question. Also, I need to heal
You
up.
have to answer right. No, no. Before you heal, you're not allowed. Rule of the Nuzlocke. You're not allowed to heal up till you answer the question.
Too late. I already healed up.
Well, anyways, loser.
I
Losers heal up before answering that. But anyways, what three Pokemon?
can't answer that. There are so many good ones.
Bro, this is why you don't have a girlfriend, because women like decisive men. You gotta make up your mind, bro.
I
Come
can't
on,
though. Like
seriously.
I can literally go through all of them and find the pros and cons competitively. Like on
No, I'm
okay,
not even
let's see.
talking. I'm talking
Okay,
about just.
okay, Greninja, one of the best Pokemon ever. I know a lot of people will
I can
say that.
actually largely agree. No, I can largely agree with that. Greninja is so damn versatile.
All right, and then I'm trying to think what else is pretty good. Most people would say Incineroar. I disagree with Incineroar. I think Blaziken is better than Incineroar. Blaziken is definitely one of my top three starters. Like,
That my dude.
what'd you
That
say?
we
Hey,
100% agree on.
yeah.
I said that we 100% agree on.
All right, and then I'm thinking, what's a good one for grass type starters? I'm trying to think if there's any. Bulbasaur's not in the running. You know what? I think that out of the grass type starters, I would take Chikorita's evolution because it's not as bad as people say, and I know you think that too.
Yeah, that's kind of what's ironic
Because
because I'm gonna
Meganium.
go. Meganium is bulky, and you guys have seen me sweep with Meganium enough in high tier to know it is still viable. Every bit
Meganium,
viable.
and it looks
Um,
cool. Like shiny Meganium is beautiful.
like it's see, I have to say, like, this is gonna sound a little bit weird because two of the Pokemon are from the same generation. Okay, but I really need y'all to hear me out on it before everybody goes and says, "What? How could you? How could you say this, Matt? How could you say that these are your favorites?" Just really, genuinely hear me out
Let
before
me
you
guess:
lose your minds.
Meganium, Typhlosion, and Charizard.
Oh my fucking god! What?
Meganium,
You got the
Typhlosion, and then oh, what are we gonna say?
Meganium,
Delphox.
Meganium and Typhlosion are correct.
Delphox.
Nope, nope. You do know what it is, but it's just it's something that I don't use as often in competitive, but I use a very unconventional set with
Mudkip.
it. No, no,
Uh,
that I would argue that my Swampert set is pretty
Grovyle.
um
What's is it? Grovyle?
close because I have used that was a good guess based off of my unconventional because my workup Grovile, you're right, is something but no.
Hmm.
Okay,
We have
so you
another
ready for this?
evolution. We have another evolution.
Empoleon.
Oh yeah, I remember your Empoleon. That's bullshit. Dude, you know
It's
what?
physical. No,
Yeah.
no, no. I need to tell the people about the first time you battled it. So I had a defiant, adamant nature, or jolly nature Empoleon
Dude,
with
you
swords
haven't even
dance, right?
realized one on our team is finally evolving.
Yeah, I know the bird, my favorite bird,
I thought Mega
literally the
Pidgeot was
best.
your favorite bird.
Mega Pidgeot is until Oris. So this is what I used in the meantime, because in competitive standard Pidgeot was the only set I could use was Choice Band. Choice
Right.
Banded Brave Bird, I believe, is what I used.
And that was
But this
predictable.
Pokemon, right? This Pokemon was much better, in my opinion. It sucks to say that, but until Mega Pidgeot came out, yeah, this was much better. But yeah, no. So my favorite starters would be Meganium because I love the living shit out of it. And my first gen, I loved Venusaur. I loved Meganium even more, especially without the whole bullshit of the
Mega?
psychic type weakness, right? So I loved Meganium. Typhlosion is a um, which is ironic because I'm a Slytherin, not a Hufflepuff. But I love badgers. I really do. I love them. I think they're adorable. There was a friend of mine who rescued animals who actually had one. I love badgers. So obviously I'm gonna love Typhlosion, which for those of you who don't know,
Is a
Typhlosion is a
badger.
badger.
You know,
Right.
but that kind
So
of gets my mind thinking into another topic about the NFL. Yeah, just talking about the NFL.
when were we talking about the NFL?
Well, I'm thinking that that could be a next topic transition as we start talking about what the NFL's like.
I don't really know what's going on with it right now.
So, basically, they tried to start up the season.
Yeah, one of the things. So I love wait, hold on. I'm not done with Typhlosion though, because Typhlosion is just amazing. It's basically Charizard only cooler, in my opinion, and didn't need a Mega. Is perfectly viable with a physical set, a special set. I've used it with workup. I've used it with everything. I personally prefer to run it Jolly or Adamant with a
Just
choice
give me a
band,
sec.
and then run the Wild Charge with that one really powerful flame fire type move that has high recoil. What's it called? An earthquake. Also, I run on it, and it's usually choice banded. I have it. It's one of my favorite. Typhlosion. Meganium and Typhlosion are amazing. Um, and then I would argue it's got to be Empoleon. I have used Empoleon so much in competitive, my physical Empoleon set. People are like, I run Metal Claw on that Empoleon before just because it was Jolly Nature and it outsped Fairy Tanks. And physical Swords Dance Defiant with Metal Claw was a pretty decent counter to shit like Sylveon, which had weaker physical defenses, and most people didn't run Charm on, and I had Defiant anyways. So it was like, you're not going to lower my physical attack. You're only going to make me strong stance. I'm going to outspeed. It was literally how I dealt with every single slow fairy type except for Slurpuff. Slurpuff was the only one that, gave me a little bit of hell. But even then, you kind of resisted some of Slurpuff being steel type. So there was, until Drain Punch, Slurpuff couldn't really do much to you with its normal, and, it had a belly drum and hope that it didn't get pretty much fucking one-shotted from a very powerful steel type move because you swords dance. They would usually switch in on it, and that didn't always work so well.
See, I remember I
Or
switched
they
in
would
on it. I switched
switch
in
out.
on when you sort of damped up. And then I tried to Earthquake and it was too high of a physical defense.
Yeah, that was a mistake. That was a lot of fun. Those were good memories. What
You, you
good
know what I,
memories.
you know what I was gonna say? Like now that I have this and I can bring it to class and I have controllers, I can just put the controller under the desk and play games in class.
That is terrible. Don't even do that. Don't be like the normies who don't value their education.
I value my education, but sometimes I really like if I've already done all the work, you know, you know.
I mean, I think part of the problem, at least for me, anyways, is it's like, dude,
Dude, I actually got the
I don't
confusion
know. I think a
for
lot of
once, and
modern education leaves a lot to be desired. But you know what would be an even better education if they just let kids play Pokemon all day. You know what
dude.
they should do? They should educate kids onto why Meganium and Typhlosion are
Wait,
amazing.
wait, wait.
And
Okay, okay, wait, wait. Oh my gosh! Hold on. I needed. That's a perfect topic for writing an argumentative essay.
what is
I'm gonna write about some of the best Pokemon being underused in competitive,
that technically is true.
and it's
That
something
is
that can be
very true.
arguable. Something that people will try and argue.
People in your class who will try to argue that shit, and then
No,
I'm gonna jump in on a Skype call. Yes, I'm gonna
no.
jump in on a fucking Skype call in the
I'll
middle
just,
of
I'll,
your class,
I'll
and I'm
just
gonna
get.
have all the damage calcs. I'll have them in front of me and explain to them, like, and they're gonna be like, "Who are you?" And I'm gonna force Smogon to log me back into all my 2000s and 1900 and 1800 accounts and get all my replays back. And I'm gonna sit there and show me sweeping with a fucking Stantler and Ubers. Gravity hypnosis is a bitch. You know what the
I'm
irony
seriously
is?
gonna write an essay about that.
You know what the irony is so many people. Let me tell you what the problem is that people say, well, you can't run these. No, no, no. You can't run an entire tiers in a high tier. But one, maybe two Pokemon from lower tiers? Absolutely. Even PU can make it in OU. Is it in Ubers? That's a little harder. Actually, that's a lot harder. But if you are good enough, you can still make it somewhat work until you hit about 1900. Then PU starts to become a little less viable, and it's kind of one trick bullshit, but hey, it still catches them by surprise and helps you ladder climb. You know.
Right.
But my point is, like, when people are like, "Oh, well, these Pokemon are ass," it's like, dude, bring your favorite Ubers and OU Pokemon, and I will bring a fucking team that literally is like UU and whatever, and I will do just fine. Like, I will beat you. It just it's like people don't understand. Like Doublade, do you remember? I don't know if you remember this. With Eviolite Doublade, nobody was using it. It was
Until
like
you ran it.
NU. and I started using it in Ubers and shit and posting videos, and they started getting a whole bunch of traction, and I started using it in ladder climbing. And as soon as I did, remember, it did not move throughout all of the meta, it just stayed stale. All of a sudden it made its way into fucking UU from like NU. People started using it. I'm like, this is such bullshit. Then it got tired. Then I got tired of using it. It was no longer my Pokemon. That's one thing I do hate is when people like see you use, your favorite Pokemon and then it becomes popular and people are like, I always loved it. And it's like bullshit, dude. I have video I did. But you remember, like nobody was using it, and I'm here sweeping Ubers with the piece of shit.
Right.
And it's like, dude, I loved this thing when nobody else did. I've often said Aegislash is not as cool as Doublade. Like Aegislash is cool, don't get me wrong, but like Doublade, in my opinion, looks better as a shiny. Eh, I got it. I need to get a shiny Doublade. Let's be honest, dude. It's on like every other team I build.
Yeah, true.
You know what I need to do? My ultimate Pokemon team that I would have as like a in real life. Like if I could have a Pokemon team, what would I have? What do you think my team would be in real life? I am
Um,
somewhat.
Whatever is overpowered.
What? I am the king of using PU. What are you talking about,
I mean,
Wolverine?
overpowered by your standards.
You really think that low of
No, I mean things that you use that are overpowered, but only to you, not to others.
me? So, right, but like, what Pokemon though is the question? Because I already
Let's
kind
see
of
here.
have an. I want.
You use Zamazenta instead of Zacian.
Oh yeah, that's true. I like him. He's
Uh,
still
you,
just as
you
good, and he's defense.
you'd probably use Reshiram instead of Zekrom,
Yeah, I prefer Reshiram. I think Reshiram works really well with the Choice Scarf.
and
You
then
can pretty much meta.
didn't you have a really good Moltres set?
Oh, you're talking about my Articuno set.
Yeah,
I
that's
hate
what it is.
Moltres. But my my Articuno set. Oh, that's kind of, we don't talk about that anymore. That pissed a lot of people off. I was like, how did you guys not realize you can just put all a modest nature? I need to get an Articuno. I don't have one in Gen 7 anymore. I used a modest to nature, max HP, max special attack, right? And then you put one in special defense in speed. You could put one in speed or four, whatever. But basically, the idea behind it is you use agility. You have a life orb. You have roost. You have a bunch of HP. It's naturally pretty tanky. Super effect hits usually won't one shot it. You use agility, modest life orb. Literally, dude, freeze dry, ice beam. It's freeze dry, ice beam, and hurricane, and you just blow through the competition, and people were mad about it. And I'm like, how did you not look at those stats and move pool and come up with that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I only?
Because most people think the
And then
legendary birds
after
are
that, I
super
started seeing
competitive.
more Articunos. Yeah, Zapdos is fucking OU, dude. Zapdos is a gangster, bro.
But most people don't take the legendary birds for advantage.
I don't know why, dude. I feel like Moltres is really good with substitute set, especially. Yeah, Stealth Rocks is a. I hate when people say, "Well, Stealth Rocks is a problem." Dog, when have Stealth Rocks ever been a problem for me? Don't include toxic spikes in that. If you get smart and you say toxic spikes, I'm gonna be mad.
I mean, you used to use
Okay.
toxic spikes all the time.
I know, over stealth rocks, and people are like, "Why?" I'm like, because if I can give you a status, like, why wouldn't I?
Oh, this technically,
That's the
I think
irony. Is
this
people think,
technically counts as our Route 7 encounter, I think. Or,
what
yeah,
is it?
Venipede.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dare you?
I don't care if it was OU when it's only with speed boost. It's a trash. It's garbage. Complete garbage. Complete trash.
You know, just because of that,
Do you
I'm gonna let Wakanda die just because you said that.
freaking dare? What color? Just catch the thing and put it in the PC where it belongs because it's trash. Come on, do you really like that stupid bug Pokemon from Gen
I
5? It's one of the only bug Pokemon. I like Leavanny more.
I
I think it's
grew up
cooler
with Gen
watching
5 and
Leavanny
I
on.
love using this.
Remember when
Whispers.
I I don't know if you remember this, but when I swept with Kricketune, that little piece of shit from Gen 4 that nobody loves and I think is adorable,
Yeah.
I will admit that is one Pokemon that is complete trash that I just use because I love. And I would argue in competitive it does somewhat hold me back, but I don't
I
care.
didn't
I'm
even
willing to.
nickname it. You made it so I couldn't even nickname it.
Well, good because it's trash. It doesn't deserve one.
I guess it's lumped into that same category with Bidoof, huh? Alright, we ran into an
It's
Audino, so I'm gonna kill this Audino for experience.
in Central, dude. Do you know how many times I've grinded there? That sounds wrong. That sounds wrong.
I'm gonna make sure to leave that in the video highlights. I'm gonna make sure to leave that in the highlights.
Don't no, don't. Oh my god. I don't shouldn't have said anything at all because there's an entire possibility you would not have gotten that.
I
There is
probably
that
would not
possibility.
have.
And that means that there's probably people that see. I was trying not to come across as again. Anyway, but yeah, no, like I think my actual team, I wouldn't have any legendaries. I feel like my team would be wild. People would be like, "How dare you? How dare you?" They'd Greta Thunberg me in the comment section.
See, I'm trying to Greta Thunberg you to death. No, I was actually thinking about if I got enough like interaction with something, I would actually see if I could have her on a Discord call. Dude, but knowing her, she probably
Right.
doesn't use Discord anyway, so she wouldn't even know what to do with it.
I don't know. I mean, look, I get it. Yes, we do have a problem with pollution and people are shitty and we're a bunch of parasites destroying the earth. I agree. But like, home when you're talking about, Greta Thunberg, how dare you?
How dare you?
Most
This?
people are literally, I've often said, you're ruining my childhood. All I can think of is that there's young girls being sold into prostitution right now instead of being
Right.
sold
And
for
it's like,
drugs. And you're talking about your childhood is ruined because someone threw a paper cup into the ocean. Like, girl, curb your stupidity.
well,
But
I'd probably
oh
just
well,
point
she's
out.
autistic. No, she's mildly autistic. She's well in her right mind. She's practically neurotypical. That doesn't absolve her from criticism.
We get
Saying
in
something
we,
like
we
that.
get in that we're getting an evolution.
Oh, see our Evo. It's my favorite Gen 1 water type, War Titties.
Wait, did you see War Titty?
Damn right. What else? What do you call your War Turtle?
I call it Dick Sports because it's Detective Squirtle.
That's stupid.
I know it's stupid, but I am stupid. What do you
So,
expect?
so unlike War Titties is the intellectual. War Titties is the intellectual name for your War. Look at how good War Turtle looks. How do you not like that?
It looks better shiny. Let's be honest.
Let's be honest here. My Eviolite War Turtle set was beautiful. Even it was underappreciated. I know it wasn't the best in the world.
Wait,
My Eviolite Meryl is better.
they're charging me money to enter the castle.
Yeah, you didn't know they charge you 1,000.
You know,
That's what I'm saying. This game really is an experience. it really was a good game. And in comparison to Gen 8, I feel like if people, anyone dares to say though that Gen 8 was better than Gen 6,
I will murder them myself.
fucking liar, dude. Be careful. Someone might try to take that. Someone's gonna clip that. I'm someone. Someone's gonna clip that out of context, and I'm gonna play it in the background.
I will murder you myself.
Be like hashtag exposed.
I don't care. I'm not big enough to be exposed yet.
That doesn't mean anything. There's always some idiot on the fucking internet that's gonna
That's
be
true. Like
offended over shit.
that. Like when you had like 250 subs and made the MGTOW videos, and this like 15 sub like nuclear thought makes videos on you.
Yeah, she was getting drunk on stream, echo chamber, or the guy who wanted to talk because I don't usually date skinny women. Like my girlfriend just usually aren't. Sorry. I don't like having intercourse with a stick. Don't know what to tell you. But it doesn't mean I won't date someone who's like thin. It's just, I don't know what to tell you, like homie. Uh, you know, but meanwhile, in the video before that, he openly admits. Do you remember that shit? He was like openly admitting that he's too ugly and no woman would ever want him. So you don't even have a girl. It's not even like my girlfriend was unattractive. My girlfriend was attractive. She was just thick. Maybe that's not your thing. Cool beans. Dude, you've openly admitted that you're not even fucking attractive and that no woman would want you and that their ovaries shrivel up when they look at you. And you're gonna sit here and talk about like how, dude? That's like a poor man talking bad about a rich person because they have money. Well, that money they have is disgusting. You're only saying that because you're broke. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying, dude? Like, come on, bro. This dude's over here like jacking off to porn. His user avatar is a fucking hamster. Like, it was really dumb. And I'm like, wow, dude. And then I don't know if you remember that shit, but remember I posted a link with MGTOW where they were them, and I posted in that chat, and then that link expired. They deleted that whole area of the MGTOW website. I was like, yeah, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally why when people are like, oh, but MGTOW, like, look, dude, that's fine. You can support your MGTOW, whatever. I don't care. That's your business. Me personally, dude, you wouldn't catch me dead supporting MGTOW. Personal opinion. I don't like them. I don't. They don't serve the same. Like, if you read the original MGTOW manifesto and you look at what Ragnar and Solaris were actually trying to do with it was supposed to be for guys like me who date, right? Who, like, have a woman is, what a woman, and like it was for guys like me to protect ourselves, not for people who are like incels to go, we hate women. Like, no, dude, it was like make sure you flush a condom down the toilet. Don't let, like, dude, the shit that they're talking about where they're like, all women are disgusting, women deserve to,
It's like
they're,
the
they're, they're
opposite of what modern feminists do, right?
yeah, like they talk shit about feminists, and it's like, but you are feminists, just male versions of a feminist, and it's kind of creepy how you talk shit about feminists, but you are a feminist. You're just a dude version. Do you not see that, MGTOW? No, you're just a simp. You're just. It's like, no, dude. Like, not all women are evil witches. So why are you sitting there fucking like? I don't know. Like, I get it. Okay, I'm sure that there are some guys out there that MGTOW is all they have. You know what? That's fine, dude. You do you, big dog. You know what I'm saying? But like in reality, bro, it's just not something that like is really. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had no
MGTOW
idea
is
MGTOW
is.
had a manifesto.
Oh yeah, they've had a few manifestos.
Does that technically make
The
them a cult?
original MGTOW manifesto,
Does
and
it,
there's
does,
been like amendments.
does that make MGTOW a cult?
I would say it's pretty cult. I mean, it was interesting because after I made that video, a friend of mine who is actually a psychologist, was and I were talking, and he was like, he's an older gentleman, and I met him during my time in higher education as a science major, and he and I were discussing. He's like, they are behaving like a cult. He's like, you're just kind of shitting on them, and it's obvious this is trolling. He's like you guys always do, which and it's so weird because everyone else we trolled. I don't know if you remember this. We trolled. Oh fuck. We on Twitter, which we trolled the vegans. That was so weird,
Oh,
dude. That
I
one vegan
remember.
chick that was like arguing with me.
Yeah,
I don't know if you remember
I
that
remember it.
one vegan chick that was on Twitter and then slid into my fucking DMs. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, you're literally sitting here insulting me 1 minute, and then you're like, oh, I just want to talk, and then I'm like, no thanks, and like then you're like, oh, you live in because I was stupid back then and I had where I lived on my Twitter.
Oh,
You know what I'm
really?
saying? Yeah, which was stupid. Never do that. And then she's like, "Well, you live like literally a town over." She's like, "You want to go get food?" I'm like, "No." And she's like, "Why are you being like this? I'm trying to ask you out." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, sure, whatever." Well, then it turns out we had a mutual friend on like Facebook, and I'm like, "Dude, she was like whacked out." I'm like, "She
Dude, okay,
probably
but
stabbed
you
me."
gotta get this down, right? So I'm in the castle with Shauna instead of Serena, and I don't like it.
Well, yeah, everybody knows that that's kind of a canon date moment.
Yeah, but wouldn't you rather be there with Serena instead of Shauna? Let's be honest.
I don't really care for either of them. I'm more of a Diantha man personally.
You go
I
for
don't
the
know.
you go for the adults in the Pokemon game so they can't call you a pedophile.
What is there to be attracted to Serena and they're kids, dude. They're like 4. What?
They do.
Well, no, wait. You have to be like what? How old is a Pokemon trainer again? I don't remember.
I don't know. I
Like
think it's
8?
11.
Okay, even still, they're like 11. Diantha is like a woman. She's ladylike. She's like an accomplished battler. Like, what do I have in common with Shauna and Serena and like don't get me wrong, I totally ship Serena and Ash. I think they're good for each
I
other.
mean,
Like,
in the
but
anime, they're older. Like, there's no way that they're not older in the anime.
but this is what I'm saying. Sorry, I know that there's some people who are like, oh, so and so is cool. Like, look at like all my waifus, dude, are like Elisa from Gen 5. She's she's pretty adult. I mean, she's a model and
You know who's
she's
one of the newer
cool.
waifus in the Pokemon community?
Hold on, you cut out.
The two newest waifus in the Pokemon community.
Oh, Professor Chairman's or Chairman Rose's assistant, right?
That's yeah,
And Sonia, but I don't really like Sonia. She feels like a dumb broad.
yeah. And then there's one more you're
She's like
missing.
every other.
There's one more you're missing.
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
The gym leader. What's her name?
There are no. What the ice lady?
The water gym leader.
Oh, you mean Nessa? I guess. I mean, she like okay. I guess I don't know. I mean, I could see it. Nice tan skin, I guess, and dark hair. Yeah, okay. Like, but she's kind of young, don't you think?
I don't know.
Well, okay. I guess for you it would be different
I
because
just know
you're like
I just know the internet doesn't think she's young.
I don't know. I feel like I don't know. See, it's different when you're like in your 30s. Like maybe when I was younger, yeah, because like I used to have a crush on Dawn when I was younger, but like
Okay.
now
Of
when you
all of the Poke Girls you go for Dawn?
she was like adventurous. I don't really like care for just looks. I kind of like a personality in a woman. Shocker, I know. Dawn was kind of adventurous, and she did really cool stuff. Like, bro, I don't know. Like, it wasn't like May with like the beauty patch. I'm sure it was like, oh my god. Like Dawn was like a normal girl, who did battle, and she had one of the coolest Pokemon ever, and she was just a really cool person. And Gen 4 was amazing. Gen
Gen 4
2,
was
Gen 4,
amazing.
Gen 2, Gen 4, and Gen 6 are arguably my favorite gens. Something about the even numbers until 8.
2, 4, 6, and then not 8.
8 kind of put a damper on that, not gonna lie. 2, 4, 6, and then probably never again. I don't think I'll buy Gen 9. I don't think there should be a Gen 9 at this
I
point.
mean, people are
These
talking,
mo-
right? It's between Gen 9, Let's Go Johto, and then Diamond and Pearl remakes.
I don't want them remaking Diamond and Pearl at this point. I'm gonna be honest.
They would ruin it.
You see what like now that I'm older, like even when Gen 5 came out, by that time I was like old enough as a teen to like I was like in that mid to older teen range when Gen 5 came out. So like and like none of the Gen 5 girls except for like Elisa and Professor Juniper ooh were like interesting to me. Like I'm sorry like you will understand one day when you're older like you just you don't find the little kitties attractive. I don't know. Well, I guess you some
I,
people would.
I disagree. Have you seen the Gen 5 female character sprite when she throws out a Pokeball?
I don't think so.
Look it
No,
up.
because I'm not a stare at like a 12-year-old girl and be like, ooh, like I don't know what the fuck to
That's
do.
more.
Like
That's
this.
more of a joke. I don't take that seriously.
Now you're right. Thank you for that because now every time I play Gen 5 again, if I play as the girl, I'm gonna be like, what was he talking about? Now it bothers me. Now I feel like I have to go. Thank you for that. So you asshole. But yeah, no. I mean, it's just trust me. You'll understand one day. Like like a lot of. I hate when guys are like, "I'm gonna be old and banging young chicks." Like, there's something weirdly old. I really do. No, I mean this, dude. I'm just being real. As a guy who's like in my, like, I actually kind of. It's kind of a meme. I prefer women that are like maybe I'd say a little older than me. Like if I'm since I'm gonna be like 30, I prefer like somewhere around like 35 to like 32 range. Like I don't know, dude. This like the idea of some old grandpa going after some young gal is really gross
All
to
right.
me.
So,
I
do
kind
we?
of find
Does Snorlax count as our encounter?
no, no static.
No static. Are you sure?
God, not 6. Well, you can do it. There are some people that play it, but most people don't because Snorlax is broken as fuck.
I like broken as fuck though. That makes it easy to win the game.
I would say then get Snorlax because that will make your life a lot easier. You got to name it after
I'm gonna. Should I name it Hannah?
YouTuber.
I should name
So like
it
Dobbs or something. No, don't name it after my ex. That's mean.
Hannah. All right.
Name it after somebody. I'm just kidding. By the way, I love Dobbs's content. Dobbs is fucking amazing. Go stick
Dobbs
to
is
that man.
great.
I'm actually up to him. Dude, I love his content. His shit is like watching him is like watching a meme. Like I don't know, dude. Like when I'm having a
Oh,
bad day,
so you know how him and Jubilee did a soul link?
oh
I,
god.
I, I don't think you can. I don't. I think he deleted it from his channel. I don't think you can find their soul link on his channel.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him for that, to be honest.
All right. What are we nicknaming this one, Alex?
We got it. Why don't we name it after I feel like it'd be mean to name it after Dobbs, but honestly, because I'm a fan of Dobbs, I feel like it's fair for me to say
I mean,
name
we
it
did
after
say
Dobbs.
We did say that Snorlax is broken as fuck, so we can also say that Dobbs is broken as fuck because he's really entertaining and he's actually a pretty good battler.
You know something? You actually have a point there. He usually gives Vinny a run for his money. Fuck yeah, do it. Just do it. Name it Dobbs. is like snoring on my bed. My dog is like cuddle muffin, dude. Azzy is like the biggest cuddle. You remember of my live streams and just show up, sniff my face, lick my
Yeah.
face, and then walk
That
away?
was back when you literally put your camera right in front of your TV and literally just sat in front of it.
Yeah, and just played for hours. That was fantastic. I miss that. I really do. I miss doing those kinds of streams and just played. We played all sorts of stupid shit. I love that. That was so much fun.
Alright, should I
My
put things in
Horizon.
the daycare? And then just abuse the daycare?
Do you wanna? I'm not opposed to
I
that idea.
wanna.
I would. You would never do that. What? How dare you? I totally would never do that. I'm just
Uh,
kidding. Fucking do it, bro. That's
Alright.
brilliant.
I'll leave the Fletchender, or now it's whatever it's called. And then the War Turtle.
Yeah, it would be a Fletchender now, wouldn't it?
I think so.
And then it evolves into Talonflame.
Yep.
It's Fletching, Fletchender, Talonflame. You
And
know what I need
then,
to do, dude? Start breeding for a shiny Talonflame.
dude, that thing is amazing. Look wise.
That you know, what the irony is that the first so there are two Pokemon that the first time I ever encountered them were shiny. The first one
Really.
was got played Gen 2. I didn't know that my Eevee was shiny. I thought it looked weird, but I figured that was the new coloring. So the first time I
Oh.
ever used the Eevee back in that gen, it was shiny, and I evolved it into an
See,
Espeon, and I thought Espeon was always green.
you guys are so lucky. Like I never got a random shiny. I always got mine either hunted or within the story.
Oh wait, it gets better. Then the next time I got a shiny happened to be on that first that Pidgey in this very same game. After you battle that Pidgey, you can encounter a Pokemon. I encountered the shiny, and the thing did the shiny sprite thing, so I knew it was a shiny. I had wondered why Espeon did that whole shiny thing, and I didn't know why, and I just thought that that was part of Espeon coming out of the ball because it's clearly a carbuncle. So I thought it's because it was a magical creature. But yeah, no. As it so turned out, that was so I didn't get to see real Talonflame, by the way.
Hmm. Well, I think I'm gonna end this stream here because it seems like never mind. I have a battle, and then I'll end it after the battle.
I would say, well, yeah. Don't you have to get to sleep,
It's only almost. It's only almost
or are you
10.
just tired of streaming?
I kind of need to
Well,
take a
it's
shower. I don't want to
11:20.
smell when I go to school tomorrow. So
Yeah, no, I gotta shower and bathe and stuff. It's like 11:24 over here.
it's only
You're
almost 10
busy
here.
and you're. Well, I mean, I think like we have a tendency to do that, and we'll just keep going on forever in a live stream,
Yeah.
forever, ever. I don't know if you noticed that. Like we literally forever just keep freaking going anytime. Like literally anytime we live stream anything, it doesn't matter what it is. Like that is I think of like one of my live streams is I'd be like, all right guys, I gotta go, and then you
And then
guys would be
we
like, wait,
continue.
no, but what about yeah, and then it's like, all right guys, I really gotta go, and then they're like, no, but wait, hold on, what about this?
Yeah.
Oh, good times. I should live stream again. I really should.
You know, you should live stream.
What?
You know what I'm gonna say.
No, don't say Harvest Moon. I will fucking
Harvest
lose it.
Moon.
Go fuck yourself. No, no, I'm not live streaming Harvest Moon again.
Do it.
You guys ruined. No, it was my childhood memory, and you perverted it.
To be fair, Aqua perverted. I just took it
What?
farther.
Why would I do it?
Why would you do it? Because
Yeah,
nostalgia.
because you're better.
I said because
No.
nostalgia.
If I do it, if I live stream Harvest Moon,
Yeah.
I swear, with God as my witness, if you guys pervert it, I am ending that stream.
All right. That's a deal. Just don't tell Aqua you're streaming it, and then we'll be fine. Anyways, I'm gonna end this
Yeah.
stream here. Bye.